That's much better. I hate this. I absolutely hate this, actually.
What's up, you guys? Happy Thursday. We are back with another episode of Fluent and no Chill today. Chill will not be joining us. He's taking the week off, and as he should. He's a busy man. So it's just Fluent, and we also have Dub here today, which is great. Thanks for joining us today, Dub. And then we'll also have a couple other
Hold on.
What's good?
Hold on. How the hell does a guy who lives in Florida on vacation all the time go on vacation?
Great question.
Who approved this? Who okayed this? Who okayed this?
Everybody needs some time off. You ever at your job, man, and you just use your vacation days and you just chilling around the house? It's helpful, man. I'm telling you.
Staycation. Mm-hmm.
If you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's how you know he don't have that Kobe mentality, man. That's probably why he don't like him.
Kobe? Oh, he don't have. That's right. Kobe never took a break. Come on.
Exactly.
Shots fired. Yeah, Dub, how are you? What how's your life been?
Oh, we're good, man. Y'all already know what we doing out leveling up these 2K builds with me and Mars, man. You know, we about to take over the 2K world, bro. But we here with Fluent, my arch nemesis, and
yeah. What's going on here right now?
We'll get to that in a minute. Talk to me about. Well, no, we'll argue in a minute. Talk to me first about 2K. Tell me what you mean there first.
What do you mean 2K? You don't know 2K?
I know 2K. I mean, when you say we're taking over the 2K world, like, I want to know more.
So yeah, Mars. I told him that me and my friends, where we used to play back when I was younger. I told him, I said, we're actually getting back onto it this season. And I told him, I was like, yo, listen, bro. I said, my 5 is going to run your 5. And he's like, I bet we're going to have to do it. And I'm like, all right, bro. I said, be ready for this. So we're going to take over there, do some streams on 2K. Hopefully Mars will do streams on his channel too, but he's too lazy. But
so you just live stream playing 2K, or are you playing against like people in the chat, each other?
We could live stream people playing in the chat, but mainly against each other at first, like Pro Aim and rec centers and stuff like that. And then probably we'll do the 1v1s with the chat later, sooner or later, but we'll see. Then Mortal Kombat too. I'm getting better for that. I can start playing people now in Mortal Kombat. Yeah. You don't know. I'm doing a lot, Fluent. I'm all over the place.
I'm curious about the 2K thing because I'm getting pretty good.
You're playing 2K?
Yeah.
His son.
My son plays all the time, so I, occasionally he's like, "Hey, can you play?" And I'm getting pretty good. Like, do you build a team? You have to pick a standard team. What? Like, I don't know what the masses do. Like, I know how he sets it up and how we play.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to make sure.
The masses, what they do, they all create a player. They create a player that's the best player possibly. They're going to be the next GOATs of the generation. Be better than Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and all of them. And they just fiend on whichever players that they're creating. And then we use our players, my created player, to go up against your created players. And we could team up. We could play against each other. We could do it all.
Okay.
So it's not really...
You create a player. Okay.
It's not really the head-to-head, like 5v5 matchups, like Lakers versus Nets. Is really like, let me create this player so I can sit here and wax y'all 5 or y'all 3.
All right. Because me and my son are about to go into Game 7. He's the all-time Warriors because that's his team. I'm the all-time Lakers because that's my team. So it's Game 7, and I've told him because of the big huge signing just announced, I might lose Game 7 because your Warriors, Hailey, just signed Rudy Gay.
Yep.
Rudy Gay's a dog. Don't disrespect Rudy Gay.
Keyword was a dog.
Yeah, but you can still use that in his all-time John.
Yeah. Well, and we'll get into that.
What are the Warriors doing? Seriously, what are the Warriors doing? I keep thinking about it all the time.
They're a retirement home at this point. They are paying their dues for all the trades, all the money they spent, all the taxes that they were able to, go over, elevate, and we're paying for that now. So, not looking good. Not looking good at all. But we will go.
I know. Seriously, question. So what do you think? Like Curry, and you guys should handle Curry and him aging and everything, and Draymond and Klay. If you guys continue this road, of mediocrity. What do you think? What do you think? How should they handle Steph and them and Clay?
I mean, I believe that the front office and Kerr and all them, I'm sure they're in consistent conversation with Steph and Clay and Dre, especially those three, right? And we saw it last season where they tried to contend while building for the future with Jordan, Kuminga, Moses Moody. And if they do that again, and that's the path they're trying to take, and we're going to rely on our rookie to be the second big for our team to come alongside Looney, it's not going to work. So I don't know if it's kind of like we won, so we're going to have to settle and just do the best that we can. But is that really what you would do with somebody like Steph Curry, although he's aging? So there's just a lot of, I don't know. My biggest hope, I guess, is that we're trying to save now and see who works in this new unit, and then come trade deadline, we'll get a big and go into the postseason and actually have some chance. But when you're looking at the Bucks now, the Suns, the Lakers. Like, tell me how I didn't realize the Lakers have Christian Wood, Vanderbilt, AD, Rui. Like, the Lakers are stacked, and they're big too. Like, and
Because you haven't
defensively,
been listening to me every week. Because I've been telling you.
If I hear the word Laker, I'm out. But no, you're right. And
well, let me ask you the big question.
Yeah.
How many years before they blow it up? Is it 1? Is it 2?
Man, I will blow it up after next season. I'm not even going to hold you.
I'd
blow it up as in trade Clay or one of the big three?
Yeah, as a move on. Move on from Draymond, Clay, and Curry.
They're not going to move on from Steph ever. I think Steph will retire a dub. I think Draymond will as well. I think Clay's the one that would be the one to go, which is heartbreaking.
So you believe they should ruin their future by holding on to these old ass guys that can't play anymore versus trade them now when there's still some value?
I mean, like you always say, Fluent, nobody is untradeable. And so I like what we just saw with Dame, right? Like I would have said all three are going to retire Warriors, but I don't know. I think they have 2 more seasons. Yeah.
But well, you could do what the Lakers did. I mean, it wasn't too bad for them, right? Stay with the grind, stay loyal to the soil, have Steph there retire for his whole entire career. What a wonderful Cinderella story, right? And then what the Lakers did, literally right after Kobe left in 2016, they got guys like Randall, they got guys like Ingram, they got guys like Lonzo, and then they was able to use those pieces to get AD. So ride it out, show people that you stay loyal with your superstars, and it's kind of like
what if Curry wants to be that guy that just doesn't, hey, I'm done, I'm going to ride off into the sunset? What if he's going to be like, hey, I'm okay coming off the bench and being a spot up shooter in the tail end of my career because I just want to make this 3-point record just completely untouchable and kind of almost turn into what his dad was, right? Where he just came off the bench, gave you 10, 15 minutes, shooting a bunch of threes. Make a paycheck.
That's what will happen. Steph's not leaving. I don't think any of them will leave. I think the Warriors will do everything in their favor because our team and like the fans will not accept, but I understand it's a business. If Clay isn't performing or Draymond, there's another huge incident. I don't know how much patience they'll have with the three. So, but Steph will retire a Warrior, no doubt about it.
I want Clay to retire a Warrior, man. They be doing him so dirty, bro.
I don't think they would. I don't think they do that. But with this new GM, if they, there's a lot of change happening, and it's definitely showing. But I mean,
they're not. Yeah, because they're not his guys. None of them are his guys.
Exactly. Right? So I don't know what type of time he's on with the three of them. So we will see. But I mean, the elephant in the room is the fact that there was a massive trade yesterday. Dame Lillard is now a Milwaukee Buck. And Deb, I want to ask you, because I mean, you've got a little Heat love, or at some point you did. So we'll start with you. One, explain like what were you doing when you heard about it? What was your reaction? And and then we'll talk about kind of the three teams and who we think won the trade.
So what I was doing. So the funny thing is, we ended the panel literally right before the whole announcement happened.
Weren't you like, it was like 2 minutes and then it broke, right?
Yes. That's exactly what happened. Ooh. So we ended right after the panel, and somebody hits me up on Instagram. They're like, "Yo, you gotta do a stream for Dame," and I'm like, "Why the hell would I do a stream for Dame?" And then he's sitting here like, "Yeah, you got to. You ain't see what happened." I'm sitting here like, I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then he sends me the link about Woj saying that he went to the Bucks and everything. I said, oh, I got to do a stream for Dame. So I literally opened up a stream on Dove's World, started that up. That's actually doing numbers right now. I'm happy for that. But we're doing streams on Dove's World, and we was talking about it. And my first reaction, I almost came to tears. I may even come to tears right now just thinking about it. Like, we're wasting this guy's Jimmy Butler's career now. He's about to be 34 years old.
Yeah.
He's about to be 35. Freaking, we are wasting this man's career now because for the longest we've been overcoming and going to the finals with scraps and scraps and scraps. And we just need one star. I promise y'all, we just need one star to win a chip. And now I'm at a point in time where Kyrie's gone. He's locked in. Dame's locked in. D. Mitch, maybe. I don't know. But now it's like, who are we going to grab to pair up with this team to take us over the top? And I'm broken. I'm a broken man.
Hold on. Okay. So, one, we'll argue whether Dame was that guy to put you guys over the edge or not. But let me ask you this, because now word is you missed out on Dame, but Jrue Holiday is going to be on the market. Not it's going to be. He's on the market. We'll get back to the Miami and sorry, we'll get back to the Bucks and the Trailblazers trade in a second. Do you think Jrue, one, is that guy that can take them that next step? They're making it to the finals. So is Jrue that piece?
Jrue,
defensive guard, right? Facilitator, maybe a good fit. Maybe a better fit.
Jrue possibly, if he could fix up his 3-point shooting. If he can't fix that up, I think that could be a piece where we could sit here and challenge these guys, especially the Bucks, Boston, anybody. I mean, we're fighters anyway, so we'll just fight with anybody no matter what. That could be a piece, especially with Hero coming back in the postseason. That could really help us out.
So can I pause there for a sec? Because that's my question. So you lose Max Strus and you lose Gabe Vincent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a team that went to the finals. You replace those guys with Tyler Hero, who I think is better, and with Jrue Holiday, who is better than Gabe Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good crew. I think that's a good crew. Yes, that's
not enough though, because you need another scorer to come in and help out.
Well, the team as it was made the final, and now you did it, and you improved, because
the thing with Hero is
we agree Hero and Holiday are a big step up over Max Strus and Gabe Vincent.
They are big steps. The thing that worries me about both of them, which I don't know why, and they've been pissing me off for a while now, is that when those postseason lights get on, they both drop. Even Hero. So it worries me because if I know that you guys are consistently dropping, how am I going to rely on that in the postseason? So in theory, yeah, I think that's perfect. But are these guys really going to step up to the plate? That worries me. It scares me. And I don't know if that's enough to challenge Damon freaking Giannis, bro. The reason we were
for the people in the chat, the rumored ask from Portland is a first rounder and a swap of picks down the road. So it's not crazy. They don't want a player. They've got young. They just want picks. So
I think so. Okay.
He may go to the Lakers, Fluent. There's rumors even about the Lakers.
No. Oh my God. Lakers are so oh man, they're star-studded.
Lakers come every time there's someone on the move. It's like they bring up the Lakers, but and I would like that because I think he is especially a defensive upgrade from D'Lo as they're starting. And if we could keep D'Lo and put him to the bench, I'd be really happy. But the one I've been hearing today, especially being in Toronto, because I don't know if you. So I'll share some insight. The Raptors had a deal with the Trailblazers. With the Trailblazers. They had a deal. And at the last minute, I don't know if you guys ever watched the cartoon Peanuts, where Lucy used to hold the football for Charlie Brown and to kick it. She'd pull the ball up. And that's what Masai did. He was like, you know what? No, I'm not giving up OG Anunoby. And they're like, what? Like, no, what do you mean? Like, the deal was done. He's like, OG, he didn't want to give up OG and Dick together. And he pulled it at the last minute. And the Bucks, came in with an offer kind of at the same time, and that's how they that's how the trade ended up happening.
Yeah.
But the second that happened, apparently Masai's on the phone saying, hey, maybe we can get Jrue. Because if it's just draft picks, that's perfect, because that's what we want to upgrade. No offense to Dennis Schroeder, he played out in FIBA, but if he's your starting point guard, you're a little nervous. Jrue, on the other hand, not maybe.
So, Dub, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering, like, Jrue Holiday, especially for him, it's like, bro, I want to put this guy on a crew that I want to match him up on a crew that's really going to be a game changer, right? Because think about it, the really time he won a ring with Milwaukee, that's really been the one team that was like championship aspirations. So it's kind of hurtful for me seeing that where he was on the Sixers, middle of the pack team, sometimes borderline, even trash. Then you go to the Pelicans, same thing, middle of
Yeah.
the pack team, at years trash. So now it's like, you won a ring, been with Milwaukee for a while, title contender. Now you're gonna go back. Like you're gonna go back to doing what you was doing in the beginning of your career. I won't be mad if he pulls at Andre Iguodala. I'm not playing out here, bro. Y'all got it. I'm like, I'm not mad at it if he does that. Put me on a team that's gonna win.
No, yeah, because there comes a point like early in your career, it's whatever. I just want to play. I want to be in the league, and then it's like, okay, I want to win a chip. And then it's like, as you get older, there's a part where, hey, I only want to play on a contender. And then when you've kind of started to, then okay, then you'll go wherever you want. Then you're bouncing around from place to place if you want to stay in the league. So I could see that he's at that point where he's earned kind of his stripes to say, I want to be on a contender, and good for him, as he should be. Like I'd hate for him to be on. I don't know if I pick a team, someone's going to get mad. Charlotte. No, Charlotte. That's the easy one, right?
Yeah.
I'd hate for him to be on Charlotte. Like that would just be a waste.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever met a Charlotte fan? Have y'all ever met a Charlotte fan?
Never met a Jazz fan though, but I have seen
original. I would say yes, the original Charlotte Hornets, like back in the '90s when it was, Larry Johnson, so Muggsy Bogues, and when it was a new team. Yes. Now, no, not after they left and became the Bobcats and all that stuff. No, never.
No. Oh man. Okay, so what's today? Thursday. Okay, so
are we talking about? Are we gonna? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm gonna ask Dub a follow up, and then we'll dive into the three teams. But Dub, a lot of Heat fans are angry at Pat Riley, and like you said, Jimmy Butler. Like, what's the deal with him? What type of contract is he on? And even if, let's say, they brought in a Jrue Holiday, is that really going to be enough to get them over the edge? Like, what are your predictions? How do you saw the video that came out about Jimmy? He's like, oh, the Bucks were tampering. Yeah, diluting. Yeah, exactly. So
absolutely. Conspiracy theory.
Yep. So yeah, Dub, kind of share what you think there.
What we're seeing now, we talked about it yesterday on my channel. We're seeing the hatefulness and the jealousy of the NBA community and the NBA owners, bro. At the end of the day, these guys just don't want us to eat. They're mad at Pat Riley for making these deals for so long. The coach, the swagger. People know that the Miami Heat organization, it's just nothing but pure jealousy that's going on right now, which could be a portion and could be a factor on why teams don't want to deal with us, right? You've been so good at your job, Fluent. And because you've been so good at your job, what is it? Now the deals that's at the table, I'm not really going to sit here and give it to you. Like, bro, let's be real. They got DeAndre Ayton and some picks, and those picks aren't even that great. It's not even that great for them, right? So really, like those picks, like DeAndre Ayton and those picks was really that impactful enough for you, more impactful than what Miami could have given you? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
No, it makes sense in this scenario. This is where Ayton, right? If you believe Ayton is a starting center in this league, who can be your second or at worst your third option, and they want to make him a part of the offense, which is what he wants, then that's a good get for them because they are guard heavy. Right, they've spent a lot of early draft picks over the last couple of years, right? With Scoot and Sharp, and I'm going to forget the other guy, Anthony. Yeah, so they've got guards. Even Grant, he's older of the bunch, but he's still young at the small forward, so they needed some bigs. So that makes sense. Nurkic wasn't taking them anywhere. The picks, however, they're gambling because the picks could be trash, or because they're what are they 2029? In 2020, like that is 6 years away. Dame is going to be out of this league. Yep. Giannis is going to be what, 40? He's going to be at least mid. How old is he now? 29, 30, 32? I don't know how old.
29.
Okay, yeah, so he'll be like 30.
He's going to be mid 30s. They're betting that Giannis has either moved on or Dame is gone, and that team's going to be rebuilding. So they're gambling that the Bucks are, because the Bucks aren't a historical franchise that you're like, oh, they're always going to be good. So they're betting, hey, in 6 years from now, 5 years from now, they're going to be bad, and that's going to be a high draft pick. That's what they're gambling on. Now, if it fails and they're a good team, now it looks like a horrible trade. But if they get the number 2 pick, number 1 pick, number 3 pick out of that trade in 5 years from now, and now they're star players, the guys that they're betting on, Scoot and Simons and all those guys, they're in their prime, and then they get another top 5, top 10 pick, they look like geniuses.
Possibly Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, they could look like morons, but they could look like genius.
Yeah.
But yeah,
timing will be
I don't
everything.
think they're morons, though. I think
like what Boston, like what Boston did with Brooklyn, right? Everyone was like, oh, they're getting all these players. They're not going to be good picks. Oh, guess what? They stunk, and they ended up being great picks.
So, go ahead, Deb.
Nah, you got it.
So I want to kind of like break down each team. Let's start with Portland, right? This is where it all launched off from. And Dame leaving is massive. And I guess, Fluent, do you think that they did? I mean, I think they just did him so well. Like they gave him, it wasn't his first option. We don't know the conversations that happened behind the scenes, but the fact that they literally sent him to the top contender in the East, or maybe Boston is 1 or 2, right? Still sent him there, but was able to acquire a big and a defensive player, which is exactly what they need. What are your thoughts on Portland? Did they win the trade? Do you think they lost the trade?
All right, so we'll get to Dame later, right? We're talking about strictly for Portland. Portland did about as good as they could have done because they added pieces that they needed. And that was always the issue with the Miami deal. It was getting, Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson isn't something they needed. They needed a big. Now, again, will Ayton pan out? We don't know. But if he does, they took a chance. They got their big. They've got draft picks. So for them, it's a win that you won't, depending on what happens in the next 3 to 5 years, right? It looks good on paper. On paper, they look like a good young team. And let's be honest, when you say Dame's a big loss, they made it to the Western Conference Finals, once? So he's a first or second round exit every other year. So how much worse did they get? As long as they make the playoffs, they're pretty much in the same spot they were with Dame. And that's no disrespect to Dame. That's just the construction of the team. So why not go out and try to make a splash? So yeah, I think they are winners in this, in terms of on paper, in theory. You got to wait to see because they went young.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it for Portland and what they're doing. The main thing I do want to talk about, I'm so mad Chill's not here because I did want to talk to him about this. It's pissing me off. Ayton, I'm tired. I remember when we really had me, him, and Ticket had a full-blown debate about DeAndre Ayton and this. This is the moment for Ayton. This is the moment for you to be like, okay, I've been complaining about being the number 1 option of being on the Phoenix Suns for so long. Even though I was always the 3rd best player. Screw that. I was supposed to be this guy. Y'all picked me number 1. I'm the person that y'all supposed to build around. They're finally on a crew with the Portland Trailblazers. Well, in my opinion, they're probably still not even going to try to build around you if I'm going to just keep it 100. So, Ayton, this is the year where all these, I don't want to curse, but all this complaining, all this BSing that you have been doing for years now, you better show the hell up.
Oh yeah, you gotta be the he's
make
the vet.
or break.
He's the vet. He's the vet on the team now. He's the one that's been to an NBA final, right? So he's got to be the one now that 20-10 and leads the team. And let me I forgot to mention this quick little piece. Whatever they get for Jrue Holiday too. So not only are they getting, the draft picks and stuff, and it's whatever they get for Jrue Holiday. So there's even more stacked on top of that, right?
Because I would say they still need a little bit more veteran presence, and if they could get somebody, it doesn't have to be older, but later in mid-career, it would be nice to have that. Because I actually love Josh Hart in Portland, but of course he got traded like right before a game last season to the Knicks. But I think it would be nice if they could get a vet. But I do think from watching, they were so guard heavy, and it just was never going to work. And this is. It's been a long time coming. I'll just say that. So I like
who this Kamara guy. I'd be honest. I don't know who.
I had never heard his name. I did not know. What is it?
I don't know. Tumari Kamara.
I never heard his name. I don't know who that is.
I saw that, but I never seen him play. So
I know someone in the chat's gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's this guy." Okay, fine. Let us know who that is.
Give us a breakdown. But yeah, okay. So let's move to Phoenix. Phoenix loses Ayton. I think it was the best move. offensively. We know what Phoenix has, right? They've got this star-studded, starting rotation. But here's the thing. Ayton was never going to work. The chemistry was off. He didn't want to be there. I don't think he's ever going to find.
Signed with somebody else. He signed with the Pacers. They just matched the jerks. I was going to cuss too. I won't. So
yeah. So, I mean, Dub, do you think that, how are they going to look? Like, I think that my prediction, I'll start, I guess. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to have a fantastic regular season, offensively insane. But and they did a great job fleshing out the bench, getting some guys to kind of fill in the hole. But I guess my question for you, Dub, is, does Phoenix really stand a chance with the offense that they have and the lack of defense that they have?
You know what? I'm glad Fluent's here, actually. I'm actually happy about this. This is actually amazing because I was just talking about this today. I said, oh my God. Honestly, you got Grayson Allen, some more depth to your unit. Nazir Little, not too bad as well. Nurkic replacing Ayton. I think for the fit of the team, I think that's pretty a slight upgrade, not too bad. So, honestly, if I'm gonna keep it real, I like this crew a lot better. I don't think this people forget this, right? The out of all the teams that faced the Nuggets last season, who was the one team that pushed them to the most games? The Phoenix Suns. And that was without Bradley Beal. That was without Grayson Allen. That was without Nurkic. That was without Little. That was without all of these guys that they just acquired, right?
Mm-hmm.
So them pushing them gave them the hardest road. What do you think is going to happen? They're even better. They got Beal. They got Allen. They got all these guys they can feed off of. Now you can't just sit here commit double and triple teams to KD and Devin Booker while they're trying to sit here and do their thing. Now they have people that needs to be respected. So I'm looking at this Phoenix Suns crew. I'm like, yo, they beating they're just as good as the Lakers. They maybe even be just as good as the Milwaukee Bucks, honestly. Because honestly, they have everything that they need. And all this talk about, oh yeah, you need a point guard and everything. If we're really gonna be honest, Jrue Holiday wasn't this true point guard when they won. Stephen Curry, y'all don't even think is a point guard, and they were winning rings with him. What's it called? Is LeBron James a true point guard when they were winning with Miami? Or the Chicago Bulls, did they have a true point guard? They just need some table setters, man. Need some table setters to set them up, and they have those guys with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and KD. They can all do
that. Okay. Well,
we got it. He's mad. Let's go.
I'm so mad with this trade because this is the part of the trade that drives me insane. And Ticket is here, but let me just say this before I know Ticket has something to say, but I have to go on this rant a little bit. Last year, our PC Gridiron Fantasy football draft, Trent was in practice. As you know, he plays, I think, wide receiver at the University of Houston, and he had to auto draft, and he screwed something up, and his team picked either 6 or 7 quarterbacks, the first 5 or 6 or 7 rounds, all quarterbacks. And we were all laughing, and the video went viral, like a few million views, and everybody had ha ha ha. You know who won the fantasy football for last season?
He did.
Trent. Do you know why Trent won? Because a bunch of idiots in our league traded with him. Instead of waiting for him to drop those quarterbacks and picking them up for nothing and leaving him with table scraps, they gave him good players, and he built a squad and won. This is exactly what's happening in Phoenix. Now, I'm not saying Phoenix is all of a sudden the best team in the league, but what I am going to say is if they don't make this trade with them and all they can do is minimum vet minimums, whatever, to bring in pieces, they won't be as good as what they are now by being able to trade Ayton. And let's be honest, Nurkic is not as good of a player as Ayton, but he's not going to ask for the ball. He's not going to be a problem in the locker room. He's not going to be crying about stuff, I don't think. So that is actually, like you said, a team chemistry improvement. Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, Grayson Allen, no players to write home about, but what did we learn from the Miami Heat last year? If you get the right role players in and they play their role, exceed expectations, they're going to be better. So now you have a team that lacked depth, that lacked size, that lacked defense. Well, now you gave them some of those things. You gave them some rebounding. You gave them some depth. It's stupid. They bailed them out, and that's what drives me nuts about this. So yeah, the Suns are better than they were 2 days ago.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah, and you're right. They don't need you're right. They don't need a point guard. In fact, if I go back over the last 20 years, how many teams have won an NBA championship with a true traditional point guard? Probably not that many. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's probably not that many. So there you go.
That many.
Okay, fair enough.
And right. Miami didn't have a true point guard. The Warriors don't have a traditional point guard. Maybe the Spurs, right? Tony Parker, maybe.
Yeah, at that point in time, he can be considered a
sure.
point guard.
What's up,
All right, Ticket? Talk to us about this Dame trade. Who won the trade?
Oh man, I don't give a damn about that trade. I want my goddamn money. And let me tell y'all something. I don't lost a lot of respect. Y'all lucky I got respect for y'all too. Because if I ain't had no respect, I wouldn't even come back. I ain't messing with these cats the same no more. Because them dudes ain't right. They not honorable people. They not honorable people, bro. Who? The clown didn't even show up today.
Which one?
He didn't even the fake ass Showtime Sean Porter, the fake boxer looking dude, Shiloh. He didn't even show up today.
What?
Because he know he was wrong.
Wait, Ticket. What does he owe you for? What bet?
$500 because we had a bet, and the bet was I told that buffoon that Dame Dollar was not getting traded to the Miami Heat because the only way that the Heat was going to acquire him was that they trade Bam or Jimmy. And I told that fool they wasn't giving up Bam or Jimmy, so they wasn't getting him. That's what the bet was. He tried to change the bet and make it a one-sided bet and say, oh, nah. It's just if he come to Miami, I'm betting. I said, no, that ain't the bet. And then Chilltown came in the very next day and said, hey, man, that is a one-sided bet. Like, bro, he asked the dude, he was like, bro, the bet is that Ticket said Dame ain't even getting traded over there. And he said, yeah, that's the bet. Cool. He said that. Everybody, like they always do on this channel, they turn again and see the reason why I got a problem with that is because it's more about the principle than it is the money. Because I got money. You understand what I'm saying? It's about the principle. Because if I would have lost the bet, everybody would have been on YouTube on here demanding that I pay that boy his money. He would have showed up, and I would have had to show. If I didn't show up, that's my reputation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It ain't cool. I don't like what Shaq, all them dudes running behind the door. I don't respect that. And I tell them to their face, I don't respect that shit. Because if that was me, I had to pay my debt in front of everybody. That boy would have been had that $500 for you as soon as the deal happened.
I'm not gonna lie, Ticket. We did watch that video again, and he did not agree to do that, bro. I just gotta be real with you.
Look at the Chilltown part. He did, bro. He did. You got to look at the Chilltown part, man. Chilltown asked him again.
Oh, listen. Hey, chat. Why don't you guys put in a bunch of super chats and we'll help
get
the
that
show.
$500.
No, I don't respect that though. I don't respect that because that buzzed it. And I said that. Hold on. Why would I say that in the video? I said that. And then think about this. Why wouldn't he show up today? If he was so right, why wouldn't he at least show up today?
You're right. He should have been there to gloat.
He didn't even show up.
Scared. He's running.
He ran because he know he was wrong.
I don't know who
he know he was wrong. And Chilltown was good. Chilltown can vouch for this because Chilltown asked him the very next day. When we talked about the bet again, Chilltown asked him. He said, Shiloh. He said, hey man, but Ticket is saying that Dame won't even get traded there. That's what Ticket's bet is. And Shiloh was like, yeah, I know, that's the bet. I played that today. But like I said, on this channel, it ain't no respect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't no respect. And I don't respect it. I
hear Shiloh's in the DR. You should probably be able to find him. That's a small, it's only half an island.
Well, I'm not in the DR right now, so I'm in Costa Rica. Okay. He'll be lucky.
You're in Costa Rica?
Man, I got a house in Costa Rica, fool.
I'm part Costa Rican, bro. That's what's up. I got
for real? Yeah, what part you from?
I know my grandfather's from there.
So okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't do the clown, man. For real, bro. I don't play that. Hey, look, man. In real life, man, I don't play that, bro. You got to pay up, man. And then Fluent was in there too. Fluent was getting some of that cook too, because Fluent came in the show the first time, and I asked Fluent. I said, "Yo, Fluent. I said, you really think that the Miami Heat can get Dame without giving up Bam and Jimmy?" And Fluent was like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh yeah, the deal with Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and Fluent said that was a good deal."
No, what I said was that's not enough unless they want to.
Oh, you said that was a good deal. We can rewind that tape too. You said came in, I asked you, and you said no, that's a good enough deal to get it done.
only if they want to do it for Dame, like do him a favor. I said they would do that deal if they felt like they owed him something. But
you were saying that was a good. You were saying that was a good enough deal to get the deal done. I told you it was out of your mind. You said Hero, Duncan Robinson, and picks was good enough to get it done. And I told you, man, you out your mind ain't good enough to get it done. Why would I give you my best player for your third and fourth and fifth best players? I'm not doing that. Milwaukee they not only got DeAndre Ayton, who could be an all-star in the league, who's damn near 20-10 big man. You got Jrue Holiday, you can flip him too, who's an all-star, a world champion.
Oh, this is a way better deal. Oh, 100%.
Right. So why would you settle for the bull jab that Pat Riley was trying to give you? When you get I was right the whole time. That's another thing these dudes don't recognize. I told these clowns, and the report came out today that they asked for Jimmy or Bam.
Did you know that Dame was going to be a bold-faced liar?
What do you mean he was going to be a bold-faced liar? I've already told you he's a cap.
He said he won't play anywhere but Miami.
I told you he was a capper.
I'm so excited.
Listen, I told you that.
If I was working in a company and I asked for a transfer to Miami from Portland and they sent me to Milwaukee, that's like send me to Siberia. That's not
true. Well, that's not true because I'm gonna tell you why that's not true.
100%.
That's not true because they put him in a better situation, really.
Yeah, they
put him in a situation where he got no excuses. They did him better than they did Kawhi in Toronto.
You think I want to live in Milwaukee?
Hold on. No, Fluent, because this is a team that won the world championship. When Kawhi went to Toronto, you guys were knocking on the door in the Eastern Conference Finals. This team have already won a championship with those main core guys, Lopez, Middleton, Giannis. So all he did was fill in. If he don't get, and I told you guys this. So yes, I've been told y'all he was a fraud since he was out there saying he was loyal to the soil. He didn't want to be a part of no super team and all this other stuff. I've been told y'all the dude was a fraud.
Is this a super team? Is this a super team now?
Yes, it's a super team. You got two superstars and you got a perennial all-star.
Who cares that Milwaukee got a chip? No one wants to live in Milwaukee, bro. Stop it.
It's not about that.
From a basketball perspective, fine. I'm talking about the city.
But he's moving for the game, so that's what matters first.
So you're saying that it ain't about winning chips then? If he just wanted to play in Miami, it's about wanting to see beautiful women like Hailey, right?
He said, I only want to live in Miami. I only want to be in Miami.
If I want to live in Miami, all I want to do is see them pretty mommies down there in Miami all day. It ain't about winning. Because if it was about winning, that means guess what? We got to gut out all of the roster, all of the role players that they got left to get you. With the Bucks, all they gave up was Grayson Allen and they gave up Jrue Holiday. You step right in, you still got Brook Lopez, you still got Giannis, you still got Chris Middleton.
100%. And Fluent, we don't know the where those conversations came down. I mean, you're the one who said Toronto had a deal lined up, and then right at the last minute, Milwaukee swooped in.
Right to that last minute, though, one of the reasons Toronto was hesitant was because they were scared that he wouldn't play there. Listen, Toronto more than any other city has had players say, "I'm not playing here," and leave or refuse. Like Alonzo Mourning got traded here. He's like, "I'm not coming." I want to say it was Rod Strickland, maybe, or. There's a couple other players that Chauncey Billups, maybe a couple guys that initially were like, I'm not playing there. So now granted, it's been a while, but that has happened. So they were hesitant and he was pretty adamant. I'm not playing anywhere but Miami. It's funny. And remember, I did say this to you on this show. It's funny how once he gets traded, that $50-60 million is going to change his mind a little bit.
You're right, Fluent. And Fluent, you're totally Fluent. You're right. But he played, Portland peeped the game. He played Portland though. He didn't really want to stay. He just wanted to get that bread from he wanted to get his money from that Supermax deal. See what I'm saying? If he could have got that Supermax money anywhere else, he would have never stayed in Portland. So he lied to us and made it seem like he was loyal to the soul. No, he just wanted to get his Supermax money. And then a year later, he asked for a trade.
You think he like planned it in advance? It was premeditated?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you why. You can go look at the pieces. Giannis didn't ask for the trade. But they knew what was up. Giannis comes out and says, hey, man, I'm out if we ain't doing nothing to win a championship. Meanwhile,
that I believe, but
Giannis was hurt.
Hold on. Go back further to the All-Star game. Giannis is first.
We go to All-Star. He picked him over his own teammate. Peep that. And then Jrue Holiday says that when they asked him, is KD better than Giannis? He said, I don't know.
Listen, hold on. You're immediately going, I don't know. Hold on. These players are sneaky. And I'm going to give you another example. So one, Giannis picks Dame first in the All-Star game. All of a sudden this happens out of the blue. Really? Don't forget. November 7th of 2010, LeBron says, next year I'm not wearing the number 23. I'm going to wear the number 6 out of respect. That's because he knew he was going to Chicago or Miami, where the number 23 was retired. He knew in November. So is it crazy to think Giannis was laying the foundation for trying to get a Dame to his team? I'm not saying they colluded or anything like that, but I'm saying he might have said, hey, I picked you first. It'd be good to play with me. So if it happens, he's not going to say no. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything sneaky. I'm not saying any,
I just think that the media, I think that the media, like, I hear you, Ticket, and like maybe there is a trail of hints that like point to that. I don't know. I don't know Dame, obviously. So, but the thing is, I just don't think that. I think recently the media has been trying to turn him into like a bad dude, right? And like into this sneaky guy. I don't know.
Dame is a bad, sneaky guy.
Dame
No,
is
he's
a sneaky
not.
dude.
Yes,
I'm
he
not
is.
No.
He's not.
He's been on some.
Maybe recently, like I get it, but like
recently,
you
he
really
has.
think he got that Supermax and he already knew at that point, I'm gonna get this max deal and then I'm gonna go. I'm leaving. You think that and he just waited it out for a year? Like, have you ever watched an entire season of Portland games? Dame wants to be there. Dame has tried. Like he shows up when he can show up. It's not like he's just riding the bench and I'm injured. Like,
do you think that two things can be
didn't
true?
he do that the last 20 games of the season?
They made him sit out.
They made him?
That wasn't up to him. That was so they could get picks. Yeah, that wasn't up to him. That was so they could get a higher pick in the draft. That had nothing.
So they cheated to get a higher pick in the draft.
Yeah, Portland's sketchy. I'm not saying that. I don't know. I just that's crazy.
He went along with it. If he wanted to play, why didn't he just say, I want to play. I want to play. I want to win games. I don't want to sit here and lose games to get a higher draft pick. I'm a competitor. Why would he let it happen?
That's not up to him.
Sure it is. He can come out and say, I want to play. I'm healthy.
You wouldn't hold any other play of your favorite players to the same standard. You only do it with Dame. You only do it with players that that you have some vendetta or not vendetta. I'm just telling you, like,
that's everybody.
Yeah. Of course. And I'm
Haley.
calling you out. I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't hold somebody else to that. You wouldn't hold
everybody
your Magic to. No, you wouldn't. Fluent, you wouldn't. So
when did Magic do that? When did Magic do that?
I'm just using a name as an example.
When did Kobe do it? Wait, when did Kobe do it?
Oh, what was the team that they were on versus Portland Trailblazers?
So maybe that's why I like those players, is because they would never do it.
Because they had everything handed to them. I could say the same thing about Steph, but he's had a great situation. Dame has had the worst situation, and everyone calls him out and holds him accountable to it, even though he's literally the only star on that team and has been for the last decade. So I just don't.
Did he say he was staying there forever?
No.
Did he say he was never going to go join another team to chase a ring?
He called other people out for doing it in his songs.
Same thing.
But that's songs, though. You say a lot of things in songs.
I'm just, unless I see actual.
Now is there a hypocrisy where he's doing what he said those other guys shouldn't do?
Yes, but I don't think that was premeditated.
I am more fluent.
I think that was kind of like, we're moving on from you, so let's try to get you into the best situation that we can get you into.
He demanded a trade and then went repeatedly to say, I will only play in Miami. Yes or no?
Do you think a lot of this was not coming from his agent, who apologized multiple times for saying things that Dame actually didn't want him to say?
Yeah, he pays his agent. He better keep him in check.
But still, he's taking the advice of somebody that
if his agent is coming up multiple times, and doing things that he doesn't want, fire him.
I just think there's failed communication coming out of Portland with Joe Cronin, that front office, and other teams. I think there's a lot of communication that is. They weren't straight up with him. He probably wasn't straight up with them until it actually came down to it. And then that's when he became a true villain, where you could say he's going out to podcasts, saying this, saying that, like, out of his own mouth. Like, those are things I'll believe, but I just don't believe anything that comes from the media.
Yeah, the argument is premeditated. I think it's more of like this. I think it's more like
reactionary and premeditated. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm gonna sign this deal. Maybe in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I'm going to sign this deal. If I do want to go to another team, I'll be able to and still get paid. But deep down, is like, the main thing was I did have plans to stay with this team, to sit here and ride it out with this crew. But that's always in the back of your mind, though. Like anytime you make a decision, where
you know what I would have liked from him then? I would have liked for him to come out and say, "Hey, you know what? Whenever I said those things about those things, I
read that statement he just put out, Tone.
I believe maybe he just and I didn't read it. Okay, so maybe he said
read
this
it right now.
All right, so I'll read. Give me 1 second, but let me.
People, Tone.
So what I would say is, if he came out and said, "Hey, that's how I felt then. Since then, life has changed. New information has been stuff, and now I understand why those guys did that, and that's why." Okay, then I'm okay with it. But don't stand up here all righteous and say don't do it, and then you do it. No, I don't care.
But life changes. Have you ever said something and then you went against it because life circumstances, things happened?
Never.
Oh,
that's a lie. That's a lie. You know that's a lie.
Oh man,
I did that within the next. I did that in the last few years, man. Like
yes.
Yeah, like you learn and you grow, and
I'm okay with it if he says, "Hey, I've new information. My feelings have changed because of this." I'm okay with that.
Read his statement right now on Instagram. He said, going at people saying, "Oh, I'm surprised people was turning on me for." Man, what are you surprised for? You said you wanted to be there forever and you weren't going nowhere, and you dissed KD and those guys. You said that it was bad for the league. The guys were teaming up, forming super teams. You said all of this.
The thing to get, that's even funny too, is like it's not even Portland fans. Every Portland fan that I know is like happy for him. They're like, yeah, go get your thing. Like we understand. It's all these other random haters out there that
I would be happy for that loser to leave too, Hailey.
Oh my! Why do you hate Dame? That's crazy.
They talking about he left them better than what he found them. No, you didn't. They went to the finals before you went over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not leave them better than he left them.
Oh, he left them, but you left them a 29-win team. Get out of here, bro. Talking about you left them better than what you found. No, you didn't. They were depleted, and they're a start over team. You understand what I'm saying? Well, they might be better without you. They might be better without you now.
But let's be honest. I mean, Portland that's not his job to construct a good enough roster to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did it.
It's his job. His job to not get smoked by Klay Thompson in the playoffs. It's his job to not lose when Steph Curry's missing half the daggone series. It's his job to not get locked up by Jrue Holiday when they had home court advantage against the Pelicans. It's his job to get them past the Denver Nuggets when they didn't have Jamal Murray. It's his job to close out at least two of those games when you're playing against the Warriors and you're up 18 to 16 points almost every single game in that series. Cut it out, man.
What you mean, cut it out, bro? We're talking about him leaving now, bro. So you bring it
up. Right. Okay. Hold on.
Portland didn't. You're putting this all on Dame. You're putting this all on Dame. You're acting as if Portland did a good enough job.
They did. Hold on. They got to the Western Conference Finals and he didn't show up. Hold on. They were winning 50. They were winning 50+ games, multiple seasons. They got to the Western. Hold on. They got to the Western Conference Finals. He didn't show up. They played against the Warriors with Steph Curry only played 2 games and KD didn't play, and he got smoked by Klay Thompson. And this dude said he's better than Steph Curry. Hold on, I'm not finished yet. You then lose to the Nuggets without Jamal Murray. I'm not finished yet. Then you lose to the New Orleans Pelicans when you were the upper seed and had home court advantage, and Jrue Holiday locked you up and threw away the key. This is all Dame Lillard. The only thing you say Dame did was 2 things in 2 series the whole time. He hit the game winner against Paul George, and he hit a game winner against the Houston Rockets. That's it.
Ticket, why do you think that crew was being able to win 50 games?
Let me finish. I'm gonna answer the question. Because CJ McCollum was out there dancing with the stars, getting 37s in game 7s. Because CJ McCollum was coming through.
I'm talking about winning 50 games.
I'm not finished. I'm telling the truth. Because CJ McCollum was out there dancing with the stars, getting 37 in those big games when Dame didn't show up in the closeout game against the Denver Nuggets, and it lost that series of CJ.
Okay, we can pinpoint every single superstar and find the 3 games, the 4 games that they didn't show up. We can do that with every single star. So to do it just Dame and the team that was never like, you have to see the teams that they were facing in the Western Conference.
Hey, Hailey, I like you, Hailey, but Hailey, you can get this smoke too. Hey, listen, I like you a whole lot. Believe that. You my favorite, but you can get all of this smoke too if you come in here capping for Dame. Hold on, Hailey. What's his excuse? They had home court advantage against the Pelicans. He got locked down by Jrue Holiday. And the Jrue Holiday threw the key away and locked him down. Then what happens when you play in the Warriors? The Warriors your team, right? He said he's better than Steph Curry.
And
so
I agree that series was bad. I agree with that.
Steph Curry?
Right. He said he's better than Steph Curry. So if you're better than Steph Curry, why you couldn't outplay Klay Thompson? Why did Klay Thompson outplay you?
Oh, he said that, yeah.
Oh my God, Ticket.
But you have to say that, Ticket. Would you not say that? You have to say that.
Hold on. He couldn't say that he's never beat Steph Curry in any series.
Ticket. Understand.
He's never won a game. Hold on. He's never won a playoff game against Steph Curry. What were you saying?
What?
Look it up.
So
he's never won a playoff game against Steph Curry, bro.
I'm like 80% to 90%.
Google it.
That's not true.
Google it
right now.
Google it right now.
All right. So
but you better than Steph Curry. Every time Steph see him, Tone, Steph going off for 39, 40, 45. Come on, man. Cut it out.
So do you do we hold? Are we going to hold Giannis to the same accountability? Are we going to hold him accountable as well? If we're going to hold
Hailey, Giannis got a world championship, baby.
NBA championship.
Giannis got an NBA. Giannis delivered the goods.
Yeah.
Don't you on Valentine's Day? Don't you want to see flowers and candy? Giannis delivered that to your front door.
So
believe that. Dame couldn't.
Steph
when it was Dame time, when it was Dame time, Hailey, you know what you had at your front door? That same front door mat that's outside your door right now.
Hold on. Time out. Steph Curry is 10-0 in the playoffs versus Damian Lillard.
I told you, but he better than Dame. Now see, I want you to answer that. Answer that.
Okay, I want you to understand something, honestly, because it's getting me mad because you're bringing up Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and them outperforming them, right? It doesn't make sense. Portland Trailblazers consistently have had a bottom 5 defense.
They were up 18 every game and lost.
It doesn't matter if you're up 18 when
ain't your superstar supposed to close?
When your defense cannot stop anybody.
No. I'm asking you a question. Ain't your superstar supposed to hold on? But ain't your superstar supposed to hold on? Isn't that Dame's fault for not playing no defense?
Guess what? All the superstars can't sit here and just
hold on. Is that not Damian Lillard's fault for not playing defense, Tone?
Maybe Dame needed to play a little bit better defense because Steph Curry.
Thank you, Tone.
Steph Curry averaged 33.5 points, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds. That's crazy. 7.5 assists and over a steal a game.
Steph don't play defense either. If he was
he couldn't win a game.
No. Steph don't play defense either. So Steph, even on that crew, would sit here and the defense talking points that y'all talking about will apply to him as well. He had a defense that was there to help him out with that. It's different from Dame going up against a top 5, top 3, top 1 defense than Stephen Curry, even Klay Thompson, going up against a bottom 5 defense. So you want to talk about superstars supposed to close. MJ always had a great defense. LeBron always had a great defense. Duncan always had a great defense. Kobe had a good defense. Where they could sit here and keep them at bay. They weren't just sitting here. They weren't just sitting here out.
It's not Doug. It was never Dame's fault, Doug.
When Kobe had to do that against the Suns, what happened?
No, I'm asking you a question, Doug. But Kobe closed a couple of those games. Dame never closed any of those games. They were up 18 and 16 points every game going into the fourth.
He has closed playoff games, though.
No. I ain't saying don't do that, Hailey. He didn't close any of those games against Steph.
Again, I'm trying to create an understanding.
You're up 18, Hailey. Hailey, you're up 18, and you're shooting 15% in the fourth quarter in all those games. Come on, sister.
No. Ticket. Dame, let's clarify one thing. He is not on those guys' level, right? So he's not on those guys' level. But
so why did he say he is then?
No, I did not say he was.
I said he said he was. He said he was better than Steph Curry.
Who, Dame?
Yes, he just said that the other day. He said he's better than Steph Curry, period.
He did. He said that.
He did say that?
He doesn't he has to say that. He's not going to say
No, Hailey. He doesn't have to say that because I'm going to tell you why he doesn't have to say that, Hailey. Watch this, Hailey. Okay. When LeBron James went on TV when he was winning MVPs in the NBA in 2009, 2010, they asked him, was he better than Kobe? He said no. So Dame doesn't have to say he's better than him. He could have told the truth and said, man, Steph got it right now. I'm coming. He hadn't won a game against
Would
them.
you do that? Would you personally do that with a teammate? Somebody asks, "Are you better than the best guy on your team?" If
Haley,
it's not you,
if the man beat you every Haley, I want to say this to you. Haley. If the man beat you every single time, even without KD, he beat you every single time. He's better.
I agree.
Even without KD.
Steph is by far the better player. I agree with you, but a lot of it's because of the situation. If he's in his head and he thinks, one-on-one, I don't know what he's talking about. We don't know if he's talking one-on-one or what.
So
can he even say he's better than Kyrie?
Hold on, take it. Is Steph and Kyrie? Is it a rivalry?
No.
Steph and Kyrie?
Yeah.
I think
no.
so.
Sorry, Steph.
Yeah.
Steph and Dame.
No, it's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry when you get the hell beat out of you every time.
It's not a rivalry because you have to win for it to be a rivalry. So he's not in the same conversation as Steph. He's not even in the same conversation.
But again, y'all using the winning one. Steph's always been on the better team.
No, he hasn't. He's been on the better team because he's better.
Lucky for him.
He's better, and he's been in the better situation, and that's just how the thing.
If you're 10-0, if you're 10-0 though, if you're the guy on the 0 side of a 10-0, it doesn't matter that your team's worse. You can't say I'm better than the other guy. You can't.
No, because that's team versus team, right? Fucking what's it called? If LeBron James not beating the Boston Celtics when he was going up against Cleveland, right? We're not gonna be like he wasn't better than Paul Pierce. He was always better than Paul Pierce.
If Paul Pierce was 10-0 in the playoffs against LeBron,
he was getting wiped every single time.
He was 10-0.
No, fuck that shit. I don't care about that 10-0 thing.
That's what makes the difference.
10-0. No, fuck that shit. When Steph has a crew, when Steph has a crew, where he's that great offensively with a great defense, I fucking expect you to beat a team.
Well, let me ask you a question, Doug. Hey, Doug, let me ask you a question. Doug, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna tear that down real quick. Watch this, Tone. Doug, how good are the Warriors without Steph Curry?
You talking about
how many wins are the Warriors? Hold on. And I'm gonna ask you too, Haley, you a Warriors fan. No. How many wins? I ain't talking about with KD. I'm talking about the team they got. How many wins are the Warriors without Steph Curry?
Wait,
are they a playoff team? Are they a playoff team without Steph Curry? With Klay Thompson leading the team?
Answer my question. Is it right now or back then?
I asked you a question, bro. I need you to answer that question, bro. Are the Golden State Warriors a playoff team without Steph Curry?
Who is filling in that spot?
No,
ain't nobody. I'm saying without Steph Curry, are the Golden State Warriors a playoff team with Klay and those guys? Those same guys he said that are so great. We waiting on you. Tone's waiting on you, Doug.
I'm asking you, Ticket. This season.
No. I want you to answer that question first, though. Hold on. I want you to answer that question first. Hold on. I'm gonna say this to you again because you said the rest of the team was great defensively. So only take Steph off that roster. I'm just asking you, are they still a playoff team?
Ticket.
That's all I'm asking.
I'm trying to clarify. Are we talking about this year coming up or the year?
No, I'm talking about. Hold on. No. I'm talking about the team that played Dame in the playoffs that swept them without KD.
Oh yeah, they're a playoff team. They're a playoff team for sure.
Hold on. So that team led by Klay Thompson and is a playoff team? Man, no, they not.
100%. You're forgetting there was time in 2016 where Draymond was fucking going on a tear and they were winning games even without Curry even being.
They're not a so you think? Hold on. So you think they can win 47 games without Steph Curry?
45 to 47 games. Yes. With Klay Thompson, you talking about a prime Klay Thompson and Draymond.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
And then it's don't let me bring up the KD Warriors. The KD Warriors as well.
We're not talking about.
They're definitely making it.
Oh yeah,
we're not talking about the KD Warriors.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're the Warriors fan without Steph.
Yes.
Not the KD ones.
Yes.
Are they a playoff team?
I think they could make the playoffs. I don't think I think they're out in the first round.
They're not a playoff team.
In the West.
They're not a playoff team without Curry.
Okay.
Curry is a straw, Haley. He's the straw that stirs the cup. They're not a playoff team without Steph Curry.
You don't think they're a 7th or 8th seed?
No. Because I can give you the teams that are over them. Haley, I can give you the teams that are over them.
Go.
It's too easy.
Go.
Oh, that's easy. You got Denver would have been over them. Also, at that time, I'm not going to. Hold on. Wasn't Jokic still on that team early?
Oh, we're saying baby Jokic. No.
Baby
no, we're not saying no. Hold on. Go back to that year, Tone.
I'm going.
What year? What year are we talking about?
The year that they swept Dame in the Western Conference Finals.
That's 2019 Ticket.
Right. So let's keep going again. So the Denver Nuggets would have been better than them,
yeah,
Janet.
that team's not making the playoffs. My bad.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
forgot.
They had
Thank you, Haley.
KD.
Thank you,
They
Haley.
had KD.
Thank you, Haley.
They had KD. What are y'all talking
No,
about?
I ain't talking about that year. I'm talking about the year they swept Portland in the Western
That's
Conference.
2019.
They didn't have KD on that team.
Yes, they did. KD was hurt.
KD was
in
not
that
playing.
team.
Hold
He was
on.
hurt.
Tone, right. No.
Yeah,
I'm saying without KD. I'm saying without KD, is that team
Klay.
a playoff team? No,
KD.
you're not hearing me because KD was out. I'm saying KD wasn't playing. He didn't come back until the finals.
He didn't play the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about that team without KD. I'm saying the core team.
No.
Because listen, even without them, forget KD. Let's go to the other year, Tone, when Steph Curry got hurt and only played a couple games that series, and Klay Thompson still smoked this dude.
You do.
Remember that series?
You talking about 2016? Right?
Yeah. Do you think that team could have made the playoffs without Steph?
Yes.
That's a lie.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Ticket.
And the test results resolve and Fluent is Maury Povich. That was a lie.
They literally won 73 fucking wins.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. Hold on, you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. You're not hearing what I'm saying to you. I'm gonna say this to you one more time. That team without KD, without Steph Curry, is not a playoff team. Pull up the other teams that was in the playoff.
You do realize they beat the Houston Rockets without Stephen Curry, right?
In 2019, I wouldn't say that.
This man ain't listening, man.
Are you kidding me? Ticket, you do realize in 2016,
bro, you're not listening, bro.
Okay,
so you don't think? So hold on. So you don't think that Steph Curry has the biggest impact on that team?
That's not what I'm saying, bro.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm saying yes, he does.
73-win team. That 73-win team without Steph. How many games do you think they win?
They will win 45-47 bare minimum. Bare minimum. They literally.
You're putting Klay Thompson. Hold on. You're putting Klay as the number one. Hold on. You're putting Klay as the number one option now. Can Klay get his own shot? Can Klay create?
Oh, he was doing it.
Hold on. I'm asking you a question. Can Klay create opportunities for other guys on that team? That's a big question. Steph Curry changes the whole dynamic of that team, bro, with his ability to create, play, make, and his shots and he opens up for Klay. It's gonna be hard because now teams can key out on Klay and make Draymond Green into a score.
I think that
the only reason
they make the playoffs. But
the only reason I'll say maybe 2016, maybe they make the playoffs without one, because they won 73 games. So Steph would have to be worth 40 wins. The other reason is when you look at the team that was, I want to say in 8th or 9th, it was Utah, and that was Gordon Hayward, Rodney Hood, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, like that. I'm not really worried about that team. Okay, all right. So maybe.
2016, yes. 2019, no. I'm personally going to tell you no.
Take it. Well, you're taking away KD and Steph. That's OD.
Yeah.
But listen. Klay Thompson. Literally, you talk about Klay can't do this, Klay can't do that. The offense was able to still perform good. The defense was still great in the postseason with Klay Thompson as the number one guy.
One favor, Tone.
It's a system that they run.
One favor.
Need to be that ball.
Hey, Tone, go to stats right now and pull up Klay Thompson's record as a Warrior without Steph Curry.
Oh my God!
I'm asking you a question.
I don't know what it is.
I'm asking you a question. Now, do you think he has a winning record without Steph Curry?
No.
Ooh.
Take a guess. Take a wild guess. Well, his career as a Warrior, do you think he has a winning record without Steph Curry? Now, Tone, remember, Tone, the Warriors are winning a lot of games. So that means he has to be over 500 without Steph Curry because they've been winning a lot of games, Tone.
119 games without Steph. His record, 52-67.
Thank you.
15 games below 500.
They're making the playoffs. And they won all those games, Tone. Now, Tone, pull up Steph Curry's record without Klay.
We got black screen Dub.
I know. Where'd he go? Dub, you good?
Oh, he's just.
Y'all saying I'm trying so hard. I ain't trying hard. I'm giving you facts.
He's having some technical difficulties, so we can. Where the hell is ZZ? What is that kid's name, anyways? ZZ? What does he go by? Oh, just one Z?
ZEE.
Just Z.
Yeah.
Now you think about the impact of Steph Curry. If that dude wasn't 500, at least with all the wins they was winning.
I think it's just one of those arguments, Ticket, that it's difficult to pose just a random situation when you're not taking into account. Like, I agree with you. Obviously, Steph is by far the greatest impactor, but it depends. Like, well, is a situation Draymond and Klay were always together and had, a bench that was good. Like, like there's so many scenarios just saying like Klay Thompson and Draymond couldn't do something. It's just they had played in a
So
certain
you think
system.
the Warriors are a perennial playoff team without Steph Curry?
No, I'm just saying you can't.
So
No.
and so interesting. So 119 games. I said right. 119 games. Klay played without Steph. He was, what did I say? 52 and 67. 15 games below.
Something like that.
Steph Curry played around the same. 131 games without Klay.
Okay.
And his record, 82 and 49.
There you go, right there. Put some respect on my name, Doug. Chump. That's why your internet broke down, because you idiot. Now, like I said before, I reign supreme. So all these clowns that was sitting up here running their mouth, like I said before, man, it can't beat me, dog. What's the record again, Tone?
Which one? Steph Curry
without Klay.
63 win. Yeah, it's like
no.
82 and 49.
50 and 60 something.
Man, that's like almost 60% win percentage, right?
It's 62.9% winning percentage.
Oh, so I'm just saying, and that's a mere bag of shell. And they was winning all those games all those years, Tone. So if Klay wasn't winning without Steph, but Steph is winning all these games without Klay, what is he talking about? Klay can get them dudes to the playoffs. It don't make any sense. Make it make sense.
Because
yo.
Okay. Well, all right, whatever. Good conversation. Ticket, I did want to ask really quick before. I don't know if you have to go or not, but
no, I'm here chilling with y'all. Let's go.
Okay. So I hear you on your take of Dame. I think a lot of people agree with you, so maybe I'm delusional, but I'll stay that way for now. But I do want to say, like, if he had decided and if he had voiced, and do you think he had voiced before he signed that max contract deal that if he had said, I want to leave before he signed that, would you have more respect on his, on his game and everything? Or is that kind of what you just believe that he got that super max and now he dipped, and so you think that's kind of like where your respect dipped as well?
Hey, I want to say something to you, right? Mm-hmm. I can't tell somebody else, yeah, man, I ain't gonna take Hailey out, man. She got a mole on her face, man. I don't ever want to take her out, man. She ain't attractive to me. And then a week later, I'm taking you out. It's not gonna happen like that. Dame set up here. Oh, my bad, Tom. Go ahead.
Yes, because speaking of attractive, don't forget to check out It's Fluent top 10s.
Hold on, Fluent. Read that record again from Steph Curry to the loser down here.
Will, in 1 second. Hold on. It's Fluent top 10s Tuesday at 9 p.m. This guy right here, Dub versus Jalen Carter, are gonna have their top 10 most beautiful women.
All right. We're really doing that? I thought you was
we're really doing that. No,
I really thought he was.
He's been talking smack. He says his 10 are going to destroy your 10.
That's a tough list, Dub.
Hey, before I finish, Dub, we got a stat for you, Dub.
I'm gonna put Hailey up there. I'm automatically gonna win.
Dub, we got a stat for you though, Dub. I want you to read those numbers real quick.
82. Steph Curry without Klay Thompson, 82 and 49, 63% winning percentage.
That's crazy.
Klay Thompson?
No, Steph without Klay.
Okay.
Klay without
we're still on this.
Klay without 52 and 67. Klay without
he has a better impact on winning than Klay.
52 and 57.
Yes.
Yes, I'll lose it. 15 games below 500.
Bro, why are we doing this? Okay.
Oh, because you're a liar and you're a cap. But anyways, let me answer your question, Hailey. Okay. Hailey.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard is a capper and he's a crapper. He sat out here and criticized all these people for doing one thing, and then he went and did it. You can't come out here and say, hey, man, they're building super teams and it's ruining the league. He literally tweeted that out. He tweeted out, hey, man, these guys joining other superstars and building super teams is ruining the league. That's what he said.
So even if he had ended up going to, like, let's say Indiana or a small but like Indiana, a team that, Jazz or something, would you have more respect for him? Even if because he criticized everybody for ducking the grind. Listen, that didn't stop him from criticizing Paul George. Paul George asked to be traded to the Lakers when they were garbage. Not when they was world championship contenders, when they were garbage. And he criticized Paul George in the bubble and said he was a chump and he was switching up and ducking the grind. When he asked for a trade from Indiana, he asked to be traded to a sorry Lakers team that had Lonzo Ball and those guys on the team. These are the facts, right? So Dame has walked around here, criticized and poked his finger in the eye of all these other players that have done all this stuff. I wouldn't do what KD did. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that.
Well, first of all, you were never in the position of KD. The only time you were in the position of KD, you wasn't a free agent the next year to make your decision to go join the Warriors. So let's take that out right now. You was never in that position in your career.
And if I may, had Dame stayed quiet and kept this behind closed doors, he probably, one, could have ended up in Miami, and two, he'd get no criticism because he would have said, hey, I understand what the team is doing. They're going young and they had to make a trade. I appreciate everybody in Portland and everybody. And he would have got what he wanted and he would have saved face. He would have saved face and they would have got a better deal because he wouldn't have said publicly, I want to go to Miami. And now Pat Riley's going, I'm not going to give you a good deal because I know he wants to come here. And Portland, not going to say, hey, we want the world because we know he wants to go there. Like that just made it worse. That made it worse, making it public.
My boy's spitting facts.
For both sides.
He's spitting facts. And like I said, dude been sitting out here talking about everybody else all these years, how all these other players are ruining the league, going to join other. He said, I would never go join 2 other stars, ruining the league, all this other stuff. And then he does the same thing. He tries to go join, and people try to give him a pass and make it seem like, oh, it ain't that malicious. Man, listen, bro. You had a team that went to 2 NBA finals in 4 years and been to the conference finals 3 out of the last 4 years. 2 of those dudes are perennial all-stars on their team right now in their prime. Dame goes over there as a superstar. That is a super team. That is 3 perennial all-stars in their prime on the same team at the same time. And you got a team, listen, any other player that went to a team that went to 2 NBA finals in 4 years, 3 conference finals in 4 years, any other superstar that demanded to go to that team and only that team, they'll be ran through the coals if they did that. So they try to dumb this down and say, oh, well, Bam is a 20-10 big man who's an all-star in the NBA. Jimmy Butler is a 20-point-plus guard who's one of the better wing defenders in the NBA. These is facts. Dame Lillard is a superstar.
If you think about it, both guys, Bam and Butler, both top 5 at their position.
Facts.
No, we're pushing
top 5 at his. We're pushing it.
We're pushing it. Nobody ever. Miami was an 8 seed last year. Nobody.
They were an 8 seed because Jimmy barely played the regular season because he only cares about the playoffs.
I think why don't we hold other people to the same standard? Because KD is on the Phoenix Suns. He's been traded. He ruined the Brooklyn Nets. He and his 2 other guys.
We absolutely hold him accountable.
Yeah, we hold him accountable.
We totally hold KD accountable.
But Hailey, here's where you're wrong. At least when he was with the Brooklyn Nets, at least they was in second place before he left.
So we
remember he had them as a top 3 seed.
Oh my!
We talked about.
Hold on, am I lying? Am I lying, Hailey?
No, at the beginning, no. I mean,
Tone. Hold on, Tone. Am I lying, Tone? She talking about KD, but before KD left Brooklyn, he was in the MVP conversation, and they were a 2nd seed in the East, and that's when Kyrie Irving came and asked for the trade because they wouldn't pay him after the trade deadline.
Yeah, I believe that's true.
Yeah, those are the facts.
And what would they have looked like by the end of that season? Let's be real.
They would have probably been in the ass Dub. Dub would have sworn.
Would have stayed.
Those guys. Ass Dub.
Wait, what?
They would have beat the Bucks because Miami beat the Bucks.
What?
They would have beat everybody. They would have beat everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
I'm so serious. But Ticket, I am curious. How do you feel about Giannis now?
I don't feel nothing because Asian Wojnarowski came out and said he didn't even know about the deal. And I believe it. I'm going to tell you why I believe it. I don't think Giannis wanted to trade anybody. I think Giannis was upset.
He really likes
the coach.
For the record, he really likes Jrue Holiday.
Yeah. And they're good friends. And I don't think that Giannis wanted to do that. I think that Giannis was upset that they fired the only coach he won a championship with. And so I think Giannis was kind of upset about that. You know what I'm saying? That they did that. And they made that harsh move. And it seems like they made that move without really getting his blessing. And so, when Giannis says stuff like that, you bring in a rookie head coach. You didn't bring in an experienced coach. You bring in a rookie head coach. That's tough on a player who wants to win championships now. You're like y'all done brought in a rookie head coach after y'all fired a coach that won a world championship. So y'all criticizing the only dude I won a championship with. But now y'all want to bring in a new coach. And then again, Doug, everybody's not like LeBron James. They're not meddling all in the trade proposals, Fluent. You know this. Everybody's not doing that in the front office where, hey, man, get me this guy, get me this guy. Dame, he never demanded and said, hey, man, go get me this guy, go get me that guy. They went and did that because they felt like they didn't want to lose him and they wanted to take a shot now. Because remember, they offered him an extension 3 days ago and he didn't take it.
Yeah.
So we talked about Portland's future. We talked about what Miami
Giannis was complaining about not getting out. I swear.
No, what he said was
complain about that.
He did say like I want to win, and I want to be in a place where I have an opportunity to win. So he
said I want everybody to be working the same way I'm working. He said I'm coming in working hard. And listen, that could be the truth because, bro, guys might not be putting in the same amount of work as he putting in, and he might see that. You never know what these guys see behind the scenes. Fluent. If I'm going to the gym every day and I'm seeing these other guys ain't working as hard as I'm trying to work, even though he missed the free throws, even though he came up short, he's looking at the rest of his guys like these dudes won a championship. We ain't hungry no more. So if he sees that and he sees his time running out with this crew, he's trying to put everybody, look, people don't notice. We need to be ready to roll. But what they did was they saw the situation with Jrue Holiday. They know Jrue Holiday's getting ready to retire. Jrue Holiday said he was probably going to retire in 2 years. So why would you even go forward with Jrue Holiday if he's saying he's going to retire in 2 years when you know you're probably going to lose him? If you lose him for nothing. Why not get him for Dame? And I got Dame on the books for 4 years.
I swear, Giannis.
And listen, hold on. You can't blame it on. Hold on. You can't blame it on Giannis because You can't blame it on Giannis because Giannis didn't tell Dame to ask for a trade. Dame asked for a trade and demanded to go to one team. Hold on. You would have had a point if Dame would have said up front, I want to go to Milwaukee. You would have had a point. If Dame would have came out and said, I want to go to Milwaukee, the way that Jimmy Butler and them was pushing for that, I would have gave you a credit. You had a point. Dame came out and said, I wanted to be traded to Miami and got traded somewhere else. That's just like Kawhi. You can't blame Kyle Lowry because Kawhi got traded over to Toronto. They didn't know. That ownership made a move because they felt like that was the best for their organization.
No, the ownership made a move because Giannis was putting pressure on them to make a move. Ticket.
No, he wasn't putting pressure on.
Yes,
hold on. If the ownership, come on, Doug. Hold on, Doug. Hey, Doug. This is where you can't, Doug. This is where you. Hold on, Doug. Let me say this to you. This is where you can get a lawsuit. If you really have money. This is where you can get a lawsuit for defamation. Because let's be honest, you can't really speak on something you don't know. No, I'm just being honest with you. You can't speak on a situation you don't know. Hold on, bro. You don't know. If they said we didn't consult with Giannis and you have no proof that they did consult with Giannis, you then can't go and say, hey, man, I know they did it with Giannis. You can't say that. Giannis does not have no history. Hold on. Giannis has no history. He has no history of demanding his team go to do this and go and do that.
It's called narrative bending, Ticket.
No. But I'm saying, how do you know that? Hold on. How do you know that for a fact? I'm saying, how do you know that for a fact? I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you know that for a fact?
He was hinting on them.
No, he wasn't, bro. Listen. He never
want to believe it. That's why. I guarantee you, if LeBron James is doing that shit, you're sitting here being like,
oh, because LeBron James. Hold on, Doug. Because LeBron has a history of doing it. LeBron has shown you that he's willing to trade his teammates. Giannis has never shown you he has a history of that. And let me say this to you, Doug. Again, here's the part you're missing. Giannis didn't tell Dame to ask for a trade. Dame Lillard asked for a trade, Tone, and asked to be moved to where, Tone? To Miami. He literally said, if you trade me anywhere else, I'm going to demand a trade to Miami. That's what he said.
Didn't you?
Hold on, Doug.
What is happening?
So unless you tell me that Giannis and Dame secretly got together and planned a coup, and Dame lied this whole time. Hold on. Dame lied this whole time. Unless you're telling me you believe that, then you got a point. But hold on. You're telling me that Giannis knew Dame was going to demand a trade. The whole time, Dame is posting up Miami stuff on his Instagram the whole time, Fluent. Even up to 2 days ago, he's posting stuff going to Miami.
I find it convenient, Ticket. I find it very convenient. Around the same time Dame is getting these trade talks, Giannis is hitting on his team.
No, well, they asked Giannis. Hold on, time out. They asked Giannis. Hold on. But Doug, hold on 1 second, Doug. They asked Giannis. Hold on, Doug. The media literally went to Giannis while he was in the World in the Cup and asked him, why haven't you signed your Supermax extension? And he said, I'm not signing the extension until I see everybody's working towards winning a championship. Everybody's in the gym. Huh?
That's shade. That's hinting. Make some.
Hold on. We've seen guys. Hold on. We've seen all the greats do that. We've seen all the greats do that. We've seen Kobe do it.
You said all the signs were there from it's been a long time. So which is it? Were the signs there? Was it something they were discussing? And why aren't we holding Giannis to the same level? Because you know that.
What do you mean hold Giannis to the same level? Hold on, ma'am. Once again, when you go in the court of law, you have to have evidence of the stuff you put
Curry.
And I'm saying this. Hold on, Haley. Here's why, Haley. Hold on 1 second.
We have to have evidence for Giannis.
Haley. Here's why it doesn't make sense, Haley. What you're saying?
Okay.
Why it doesn't make sense is because why was Dame and his agent Literally, they had to get threatened from the NBA to get punished if they continued to tell teams that they refused to show up to camp if they were not traded to Miami. Dame literally was in Miami with Jimmy Butler working out this whole time. Dame had one goal, and that's to go to Miami. One goal.
Yeah,
one goal.
Exactly. And I agree. So I guess my question for you is, you said we're holding Dame accountable for this, even though he got traded to a destination he did not want to be in. He doesn't want to be in my Milwaukee, even if it is a great option for his
Right. So why we blaming Giannis?
But I'm saying Giannis knew in advance. You know, he was like,
he did not know. Hold on. No, Hailey, it doesn't work like that. Hailey, let me ask you a question. Hailey, it doesn't work like that. I'm gonna tell you why.
You think it was a coincidence?
Hold on, Hailey. Watch this. As Fluent, did Kyle Lowry know they were trading DeMar DeRozan in advance? Fluent.
No, you know that he did. You know that he didn't.
Okay, so Hailey, a lot of teams now, they're not operating like you think no more. When KD went and asked Brooklyn for a trade immediately, did they trade him immediately? No. They made him sit his ass there and wait till they got the deal they wanted.
So we got two. We got ZZ, serial killer ZZ is in the building. You look like you're gonna.
I'm in an undisclosed location. I just was hanging out with Batman.
I feel like he's coming to us live from the Blair Witch Project, and like we're gonna see some shit. I'm getting a little nervous, but we got two things because we got to go through some super chats. But first, we talked about the Dame trade a lot. We were actually supposed to talk about something completely different, which we will get to in a second, the $500 million. But the thing that I have that I want everyone's opinion on, I'm going to read through a list, and it goes like this. Dr. J came out with a top 10 list, and here it is.
Jerry West.
Number 1, Jerry West. Number 2, Oscar Robertson. Number 3, Elgin Baylor. Number 4, Wilt Chamberlain. Number 5, Bill Russell. Number 6, Michael Jordan. Number 7, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 8, Magic Johnson. Number 9, Karl Malone. And number 10, all-time, Tiny Archibald.
I have no problem with
this. These are
this
just his favorite players, right?
No.
And no LeBron.
No, because you got to understand one thing, Hailey. Mm-hmm. When you grow up in a different era, you appreciate different people. For example, you grew up in this era, you appreciate Steph Curry more than the old school guys that you didn't see.
Yeah.
So Jay, he grew up in a different era. He come before Mike. So he's seen dudes that he think might have been better than Mike. He thought these guys, the guys he watched coming up and played against, he said, hey, man, this guy's better than Mike, in my opinion.
When did this list come out, though?
He's
had a chance to see as many games as we've all been able to see on our screen.
This is a new list from Dr. J, and all I have to say about the list,
no excuse.
No, all I have to say is
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That's the only thing I can say about this list.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they use. I
agree. Fluent, and you're disrespectful, Fluent, because the OG, again, you play against different guys, you see different things in the game. Like these younger guys. If you tell a younger guy nowadays who didn't really get to see the old guys to tell you their top 10, their top 10 is going to be completely different. You got young dudes telling you that Paul George is the greatest player they ever seen. You can knock them because that's all they seen.
Karl Malone.
This is not all that.
Hold on. That's who he saw. Hold on. That's who he saw. That's who we respect. That's who we appreciate.
There's no level of objectivity at all.
But that's not the greatest.
If he has Karl Malone, he has seen a lot of players. You're telling me Karl Malone isn't even better than Moses Malone. And
Karl Malone could have been one of the greatest players to ever score if he never stopped playing. If he didn't have that situation.
What if?
He was.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying though.
Dr. J.
Here's the thing, Doug.
Why don't you hold on?
Play basketball, so you don't understand things from like a guy who's actually been out there in those situations.
Dr. J. Hold on, let me finish. Dr. J. recruited an MVP, Moses Malone, from the Houston Rockets after he lost. Dr. J lost in the NBA final, got Moses to come to Philly so that he could win an NBA championship. If he knows firsthand how good Moses Malone is, I'm sorry, you can't have Karl Malone over Moses Malone. If that's
hold on, but if that's how he feel, if he saw him up that close and that's how he feel, you can't get mad at him. He being unbiased. He could have easily put his team up there on the top. But if he's saying, and listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Karl Malone was a bad man on the basketball court.
No one's saying he's not. I just top 10 is.
That's not.
I think maybe those are
Tone, but that's his top 10. Tone
players he respects and loves. But we're moving on from that.
That's all right. Super chats. Let's go.
All right, you guys.
No. We don't have to stop because that pisses me off. The dude has
let it
Jerry
go,
West. He has
Yo,
Jerry
I
West
bet you
over
that.
Kareem. I don't even fuck with Kareem.
We got Jerry West as the logo,
know.
bro. So a lot of people
He got killed over.
value. Listen, a lot of people value Jerry West's game, even though he didn't win a lot of championships. He only won one. A lot of people value his game higher than other cats.
If you don't care about winning,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, Tone. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Dr. J is looking at it. Dr. J is looking at it like these are the best players. Because see, I'm gonna tell you something. When you play against guys and you see other guys, you picture these guys in certain situations. So, for example, Jay is picturing all of these guys in different eras and stuff from when he played to this era now, and he's thinking, "Hey, man, if these guys are playing in this era, it'd be like this." Now, do I agree with this list? No. But as a dude who played in the league all those years, a dude who was dominant in the league, I respect those guys' lists because if you talk to a lot of those old school guys, they don't have Jordan in the top 3 or 4. They don't have LeBron James in the top 10. If you talk to those guys around Dr. J's age, they got all them dudes he talking about. They got those guys at the top of their Jordan. They didn't even tell you that Jordan's the best guys they've seen.
No, and that's why I said if you don't value winning, because Jerry West went to 9 NBA finals and only won 1. But if you say, hey, he went to 9, and that's what you look and you say he went to 9, he's a Hall of Famer, of course, 14-time All-Star, scoring champion, assist champion, NBA champion 1 time, 12-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defense, a Finals MVP when he lost. There's the most 20-point games in NBA Finals history, most 30-point games in NBA Finals history, most 40-point games in NBA Finals history. You can make a case that Jerry is, should be in the conversation, not for me, but if that's your criteria, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but Tone, those players, when you think about players, some of them look at it differently. Some players look at it as you're winning and this, that, and the third. Some players look at it as situation and who was the best players I've seen or I played against. Who was the best players I've seen? Like I told you, Dub asked me something the other day. They asked me like who's better than this. My top 10 all-time list ain't the same as the top best players I've ever seen play basketball, the most skilled players I've ever seen. Those lists are completely different. So it all depends on your criteria. Everybody's criteria ain't the same when you're saying, hey, man, these are the top players of all time. Everybody's criteria, and then nobody's one criteria, you understand what I'm saying, is going to just stand packed over everybody else's. They've used in general the winning. Excuse me.
No, excuse me, Ticket, but we got to move on just because we have to get off a little early, and I want to make sure Zizi, I know you have to go pretty soon, but I want to get a few takes. So we'll start. Do you have anything specific you want to share?
Well, considering that we're both Warrior fans, I guess we can. I didn't hear your thoughts on Chris Paul and apparently Jrue Holiday is supposed to be on the trading block for Chris Paul and Jonathan Kuminga. No. I saw that earlier.
Yeah,
It was reported that
Rudy Gay. You guys are good. You got Rudy Gay.
Don't nobody want no Rudy Gay, bro. Don't nobody want no Rudy at all. Don't nobody want none of that. We need a big. Dwight Howard, when he was working out there, I was like, oh yeah, great. I'll take a Dwight Howard for some, something on the interior other than Kevon Looney, working himself night in and night out to get 15 boards for us, which love it, but get Kevon Looney some help. Chris Paul, I don't even know how you feel about it, Hailey. And matter of fact, I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about Chris Paul? How do you feel about the potential death lineup of him, Klay, Steph, Wiggs, and Draymond?
By death, do you mean because they're so close to death? Because they're old?
Or death by they're going to be terrible on the floor together.
Death lineup.
They're going to get killed.
I mean, kill the offense.
It's definitely not like I'm not super hopeful. I'm not saying Dwight was the answer, but I agree with you. We need size, or like I was telling Fluent earlier, right? The Lakers don't scare me, but on paper at the beginning of the season, I always have a little bit of fear when it comes to them. But just the size alone that they have, Jokic, obviously, like we know Draymond can. 2 seasons ago could do some work with Jokic, but now what is he going to look like? He's had back issues. He's starting to decline a little bit, and so I'm not liking the Warriors.
Hailey, why don't you think Dwight's the answer for what y'all need?
I'm sorry. I want to let you know. Sorry, I got to jump in really, really, really fast. I know I'm going back a minute, but Chill just texted me. He's like, I popped my head in to watch the show for a minute on his vacation.
Yay!
Shout out Jay. And he's like, just so you know, Shaq has Karl Malone in his top 10 too.
There you go.
There you go.
Can you let Fluent know your top 5 list, Ticket, and your top 10 about the ballers?
Yeah,
But
what
I
is
forgot
yours?
who all it was. No, I'm just talking about the most skilled players I've ever seen. I had Kobe up there. I had Mike Hakeem. I had KD was in there somewhere. I had
Tim Duncan. It was
Tim
Tim
Duncan in there.
KD. Yep.
I had Tim Duncan in there. I had T-Mac in there. I had I forgot who else I had, man. Steph Curry was in there, I think. Yeah, but these are all like the skill. Like I can look at him and say, "Hey, man, I think he was nicer at the game of basketball." But that ain't always what gets you ranked. It's dudes that are better, but other dudes that are not as good as those guys, but maximize what they had and have better resumes, and their resume pushes you over those guys.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. But Magic Johnson wasn't up in that list at all, right?
Yeah, he was. He was like at the end, I think.
No. You said Jamal Murray was more skilled.
Yeah. No. He wasn't. That's right. He wasn't in the top 10. He was not. He was not.
Cool.
No, not a most skilled. No. Magic Johnson was a great basketball player. He maximized his abilities to the best. But Magic Johnson, he couldn't do things some of the other guys could do. His jump shot was shaky. Also, his defense was shaky. You know what I'm saying? And so Magic Johnson was a good floor general and a good passer. Those were the two things that stuck out about him. I can show you other guys who had other things that was just as good. Well, not just as good, but they were greater than him in other areas. Jamal Murray was a way better defender, way better shooter, just as good as a ball handler, not as good as a distributor. You understand what I'm saying? And so these are more athletic. And so these are some of the things that I'm thinking about when I say that. But Magic Johnson, of course, he has a way better career. He's maximized his abilities. So, that's how I looked at it.
Okay, Zian, I'll ask you this one and then we'll continue on with some super chats. But to answer your question, like Jrue Holiday to the Dubs, I'm just gonna say it's probably not gonna happen. If it does, it's not what we need. But yeah, so Sean, thank you so much for your.
You didn't need Chris Paul either, but
no.
Haley, stop hating on Dwight Howard too, Haley. You hate on Dwight.
Ticket. I was asked Fluent and Jay. I was stoked. I was like, let's go. Like I love Dwight, and I think he would help absolutely more than any of these others.
Chris Paul.
Or Chris Paul, absolutely. Like Chris Paul and Dwight would be fantastic. But
be real. Like Chris Paul, the only reason that they acquired Chris Paul was to get the Jordan Poole's contract. Yeah. That was it. And then from there, and then if you look at it and you say, okay, what can Chris Paul do for this team? For me, I was like, all right, if he's coming off the bench, if you had to ask me if I want Jordan Poole running that Warrior bench unit or Chris Paul, I believe on Saturday.
There's a show like Golden Showers. You can talk all about the Warriors.
Sunday. No, we're not. No, we're done with that.
I just know there's
we don't have a lot of time yet.
We have a hard stop because there's what show? Red, the Bulls show. Coming on.
They got John Moran on there.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Sean, Holiday to my Pacers. Any thoughts? What do you guys think? Is he going to the Pacers?
He ain't going over there, man. He's trying to win.
That doesn't make sense. They got.
Hey, there was a report tonight that he wants to go to the Lakers, so that's crazy.
Fire.
Yeah, there was. You seen that too?
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a report that he wants. There's a report that his top teams are the Lakers and the Heat. That's crazy.
That would be insane. Imagine if Miami misses out again. Okay.
Yo, shut up. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Hey, Haley, before you go, if they do get Jrue Holiday, that will make them better than Dame. Because Jrue Holiday play both ends of the court. Jrue Holiday gonna play elite. Jrue Holiday gonna play elite level defense. He fits in with the Miami culture. He can run the point and take pressure off of Jimmy having to run the point all the time. And not only that, Jrue Holiday has shown you in certain situations he can make big shots because he made them when the year they won a championship. He made all those big shots against Brooklyn. He's made other big shots in the playoffs the year they won a championship. And like I said, the only team he got exploited by was Miami on defense. So I mean, if he goes over there, their defense instantly gets better.
If Miami gets Jrue, I'm picking them over the Bucks because I think the Bucks are going to underwhelm.
You guys,
I think the Bucks are going to underwhelm you this year.
Oh, they're gonna sick Jrue right on Dame, and he's probably gonna do what he did to Dame last time they played each other.
Check this out. Dame's only going to play about 60 games, and so they're going to win. Look, they'll win 50. So they're not going to be like a number 1 seed. They might be a 2-3 seed. I'm telling you.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep. The one that just had the best record in the league last year.
Yeah, what?
Yep.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep.
What you smoking for? Let me get a little hit.
Hey, but you got to think. If you get a guy like him over there, now you're turning. You got a guy that you can put on Dame. He's that dude you can put on all those elite guards in the East.
Yeah,
That's the problem because you used to have to do it with Jimmy. That's why Jimmy was worn down and couldn't play offense because he was given too much on defense playing against all those top perimeter guys. You bring a guy like Jrue Holiday over there, and then you still got Caboose coming off the bench. What's the boy's name? That came from Toronto. Caboose with the big booty. Yeah. Kyle Lowry with the big booty. Yeah, you still got his veteran leadership coming off the bench. Bro, Miami's scary, bro. Hey, I like that move better than I like the Dame move. That move has more substance to it.
Okay. I like it too.
Right,
Cody Green. Salute everyone on the panel. Dub, this is probably not going to happen, but a Heat fan can imagine what about Zach LaVine? Is that even possible? Could that work?
I would love it, but I don't think it's happening.
It's not a good fit, though.
Don't tease me. That's like you showing me the girl I can never have, man.
No, that's not a good fit.
That's not.
I don't think I know. I don't know if I like that, but yeah.
Tuesday at 9, by the way, Dub's going to show you all the girls he can't get.
We just need. Well, that's not true. They knew me, maybe. But
wait, are there real people on the list, or is it just like celebrities?
It's gonna be. Well, if I do real people, that's
your mom.
No, y'all
the most beautiful women or the most attractive?
People we know.
Attractive.
Like, you can't say like.
But what if you just brings like?
What is beauty? Great question. You're gonna give your criteria and then your list, and then Jalen's gonna give his criteria and his list, and we're gonna debate.
Because my grandmother is crazy. My grandmother.
I was gonna say there's beauty and then there's attractiveness.
The beast. Sorry.
Yes, facts.
It's more on the attractive side. I'm not gonna.
That's with me and Mrs. Fluent.
But yeah, Zach LaVine, Miami don't need too much. We just need that guy we just need a guy like a D Mitch tier, Zach LaVine tier. Jimmy could still be our one. Have that score, that guard score like that. That's all we need to get over the top.
If you guys get Jrue, that makes y'all more scarier. That makes y'all even better defensively. And then offensively, Jrue doesn't have to be the number one option, which helps him even more. That's how he gets his 19 to 20 points still. That makes y'all more dangerous of a team. And he can take over point guard responsibilities at times. So you don't have Jimmy on the ball the whole time. And that frees up Jimmy a lot because Jrue Holiday, man, he understands how to play the point guard, understands how to be on the ball. He can push it. Hey, bro, listen. That makes Miami hella dangerous.
The issue I have with that ticket, and I told Fluent before, especially with Hero and Jrue Holiday, bro, especially Jrue, he just start fucking chucking in the playoffs. Like, it's ridiculous. We'll
go back and talk more about this if we save like 5-10 minutes at the end.
We got to keep
where Chill is at. That's okay. Chill's on vacation this week. That's where he's at. I'll be in Florida in 2 weeks, and you'll see we'll be doing a live show together. So there you go.
Yeah. Hi, Chill. Spirit 3, thank you so much for your super chat. Yo, if the C's get Jrue, which they will, Jrue, JB, JT Porzingis, and they win no chip again, it's Chill's boy, top 5 Jason Tatum on Fraud Watch. He's had some stats.
They don't have the pieces. They don't have the pieces to get Jrue.
Yeah, he's just saying if. And
it's not going to happen. Yeah, and I think take Jrue even out of that equation, even with those 4 that they already have, or the big 3.
Well, hold on. Why don't they have the pieces?
Still be on Fraud Alert.
Why don't they have the pieces? Why don't they have the pieces?
Because they don't want Malcolm. Hold on, because why in the world would they want Malcolm Brogdon in Portland?
They're not. They're going to take a couple. All they want is a couple of draft picks for Jrue.
No, but you have to make the money work. Jrue Holiday's making big money.
Do they have an expiring contract?
No, I'm saying no.
Because none
of those guys' salaries are matching. Robert Williams' salary don't match. Malcolm Brogdon's salary don't match. None of those guys' salary are matching. You're going to re-sign Jason Tatum. You can't trade Jaylen Brown because he just signed an extension. You can't sign Porzingis because he just signed an extension. You can't trade Porzingis because he just signed an extension. Who you gonna give up? You think they want an old Al Horford? Hell no.
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams is in Orlando. Excuse me. Grant Williams is in Dallas. He's in Dallas. So yeah, they don't have those assets. And when are you gonna get Peyton Pritchard? Do you think they want Pritchard? Hell no. Not gonna happen.
I like him, but no. So sorry. Yeah, I would say Spirit. No, you guys. But is Tatum on Fraud Watch though? Yes or no? Like if it doesn't pan out, if they have everything. Yeah.
I'm tired of these excuses of Jason
Yeah.
Tatum. It's pissing me off. I'm tired of this. He's on fraud watch for sure.
As soon as Tatum wins a chip, he ain't gonna never have to hear about no fraudulent
Yeah.
behavior again.
But you got to get there. You've been too close.
That's the sad part about the league and how fans work. Is like, oh, if he ain't winning, he a fraud. They did the same shit to Jokic. Oh, we're tired of the MVPs. We're tired of giving them MVP votes.
Did it to Giannis
He ain't
too.
gonna go to the final. They did the same thing to Giannis. And then as soon as they win they one chip, they ain't worried. They chilling
That's
now.
just reality, right? So I mean, he has to deal with it. Irvin K, who is better, 2024 Blazers or Spurs? W show. I'm taking Blazers. I don't trust this, the Wemby situation.
Yeah, Blazers are better. Blazers are better. Top to bottom, they're a more talented team.
But both are going to be so exciting to watch for sure.
No, you're going to be Spurs are going to that bust, that tall skinny bust. Get out of here.
Oh,
that's
crazy. He's not going to be a
really
bust.
crazy.
That's actually hateful.
I think it might take him a little while, but he won't be a bust.
Fluent, I didn't know he was one of them.
Bust.
I didn't know he was one of them, Fluent.
What, a realist? Yeah, I am.
Hell shit.
Nick. Blazers better now than they were before the trade.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Better trajectory, maybe. Darren Frost. Ticket not wrong. Dame's playoff resume weak as hell.
They gonna see Dub is doing all that crying. He gonna be happy when they get done.
So hard to say. Why is it so hard for people to say Ticket is right? It's always he's not wrong.
They hate me, bro.
Never seen anyone say Ticket's right. Only he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. They can't admit it. Darren, again, thank you so much. The Warriors had the number 2 overall pick without Steph. Dub, stop. Dub.
What the fuck? The whole team got hurt, you buffoon. Literally the whole team, you buffoon. That doesn't make sense. Oh my God.
Hey, don't need to name call our super chatters. Thank you, Deron.
One of my good friends is Deron, so he can't be. He's not worthy of that. Darren, we'll call him Darren.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for your super chat, Lil Zay, LW ticket.
If that's Darren, hold on. If that's Darren, I want someone in the chat to tell me what name that spells. But keep going. Keep going.
Jose,
if anyone gets it right,
Jose Primo, Dr. J better than Karl Malone.
Facts.
I'll agree.
Facts.
With that. Yeah. Okay.
That's a lie. Y'all disrespectful. Go ahead.
No, how is that disrespectful? Dr. J is better than Karl Malone.
I knew
I better know Karl Malone, man. Cut it out, man.
Dr. J, ducked from the grind. He needed Moses.
Man, come on, man. I don't care if Dr. J dunked from Afghanistan. He ain't better than goddamn Karl Malone.
Wait. Dr. J didn't duck from the grind. Moses left and went to him. So it was Moses who ducked from the grind. He should have stayed in Houston.
Dr. J wasn't good.
He got his LeBron James on there, right? With his recruits, right?
That's great Laker team. Mookie, a mad emergent.
Okay, and last super chat. Angie Carr. Flu should have been. Oh, you just read it. What the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, Mookie
a mega merchant.
That's crazy.
You almost disrupted what I was doing last night, bro.
I know. Once I realized what you're doing, that's why I stopped.
I can't wait to make a clip about that.
You guys don't know what we're talking about? Go watch PC Gridiron from last night. Yeah, you'll
last
see
2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes.
MAGA movie.
You're mega excellent.
Okay. All right. Do you what were we saying? Is there anything else you want to do? We have 15 minutes or like 14. Do you want to?
You got another super chat.
Oh, what does Wemby average in his first year? Alex, good question.
I say 18. I think 18, like 10 and 1.5.
18. You think so?
What did Chet average in his first year? That's what he's averaging.
Chet didn't play.
Exactly.
That's what I.
Doing? What are you doing, Phil? What are you doing?
He ain't making it out of the preseason.
Yo,
he's gonna
why the hate, man? You hate him because he's French?
Okay. All right. If he plays something like bowl kind of numbers.
Bowl.
What when he was balling in Orlando?
He's gonna be 18 and 10. Like, especially with the way the league is now.
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say 17 and 10, but yeah, I give him the extra.
I'll go. All jokes aside, I'll go like 16, 7, and a couple of blocks.
Yeah, I say 2.0 blocks or more is what I'm expecting from this 7-foot giraffe.
Yeah, he's gonna get mad buckets.
But I'll tell you this: I don't think he plays more than 60 games. I think
I
55
agree.
might be the number.
They're probably gonna load manage him.
Yeah, because it's the Spurs.
Mhm.
It's the Spurs. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then could he still win Rookie of the Year? Or
Hell
does
yeah.
that
he shouldn't. If
so
he only
y'all said
16
Fluent look like
if he plays limited minutes and limited
he shouldn't
games,
win
no,
it.
he shouldn't. But he'll probably be the best rookie, right? So
Wait, no, I thought there's a limit. The 65.
There
game
is
limit.
65 games. You can't win it.
Oh, yeah, so he's not winning.
Ooh,
Well, that's
yeah,
what I'm
no.
wondering. Does it apply to Rookie of the Year still or not?
I believe it's all awards. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Fluent, nobody ever call you DJ Vlad, man?
That's crazy.
No.
What is happening? How many
Fluent, how the hell do you have?
Taught you that
Soundboard,
song.
man.
How many buttons do you have?
Hey, yo, Fluent is crazy.
32. But I could go up to 60. I can't keep track of them all. So
I hate whoever showed him that song. I really do.
Okay.
What, this? Why he's the rap god? I'm the stat god. There you go.
Okay.
Now you know what I'm doing.
Fluent, introduce your topic, the 500 mil thing.
Oh,
and
shoot.
then
Yeah, we have 15 minutes left? Okay.
Because it's our main topic, so we got to
All
get
right.
into it.
Here's our main topic. So we got to talk about it. So, okay. I don't know if you guys know. But the NBA salary cap has been going up by about 10% every year over the last few years. And if it continues to go that way, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and Tyrese Haliburton will be eligible for a $500 million contract. I say they ain't worth half that. What do you say?
I say LeVar Ball need to use that money and go get some new teeth with them yellow teeth he got. But outside of that, yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. Like, yeah,
what
man.
did Jalen just get?
Those
Because
are
that's
gonna be
Jalen's the biggest contract, right?
Yeah, those will be the first three eligible for the 500. They have to get all NBA, but they'll be the first ones eligible for the Supermax 500 million. Those three.
Well, you gotta look at it. I mean, the money's not worth like it was back then, so it's just inflation. So I mean,
500 million.
It is what it is.
LaMelo
is what it is.
That 500 million now. Back then, it was probably a little bit over what MJ's contract was worth.
LaMelo Ball is worth the same amount as Patrick Mahomes.
My homeboy.
Well, it's different though. I mean, it's different sports.
I'm saying
inflation is kicking America's ass, man. I'm not gonna hold you.
Got to think if they gonna throw
NBA
that
players
man,
get paid bank.
If they're in Charlotte, bro, if they gonna throw that man 500 million, you mean to tell me that LaMelo Ball wouldn't be like, you take it. I'll stay.
Oh, you take it.
But you got to think, Charlotte's going to be thinking to themselves, because first of all, I don't even know, don't J. Cole run Charlotte now? Or Michael Jordan something like
pretty much.
Like, so they're just going to be like, all right, LaMelo, like, yeah, we ain't gone nowhere since we drafted you, but we still want to keep you because you're still our best player. If Brandon Miller doesn't rise to the occasion in a couple of years, but they're probably going to be like, yeah, bro, like, you trying to stay for 500 mil? LaMelo going to be like, yeah, Anthony Edwards, they're going to get rid of Cat Tass in the next couple of years. I can see it. And Ant's gonna they build around Ant. Yeah, he's gonna take that 500 mil. And you said Tyrese Haliburton. I don't know about that one. However, Tyrese Haliburton is gonna lead the league in assists for like years to come. He potentially. So like they're gonna look at him and say, okay, depending on if Miles Turner is still there in Indiana, Buddy Hield, they got to think about Benedict. So and Obi Top, like bro, I don't know what Indiana's doing. But if you think about it from a perspective of like Dub said, inflation, and then the GMs are going to be like, all right, our star players, if we want to keep you around and we got 500 million on the table, throw it out there. I mean, what else they going to do? Unless they're going to give it to somebody else.
So check this out.
Another thing, the contract, you brought up Patrick Mahomes. You do understand, like, NBA players do get paid more than NFL.
Oh, significantly more. I know, of course. But I'm just saying the equivalent money to Patrick Mahomes is crazy. I know it's a different sport, different salary cap. But okay, let me give you this scenario then. Here's the highest net worths of NBA players ever. So Jordan is number one at 2.2 billion. LeBron, hey, people buy a lot of shoes. Conservatives buy shoes too. LeBron James at 1 billion. Magic Johnson at 620 million. This one crazy. Junior Bridgman at 600 million. That guy took his NBA money and made it work. Vinny, the Microwave Johnson. I can't believe that. 420 million. Shaq at 400 million, Hakeem at 300 million, Grant Hill at 250 million. These three guys.
Hold on, but what was Kobe before he passed away? He had to be up there.
Kobe probably had mad bread. I'm not even.
Yeah.
Kobe had those deals in China. Kobe had all his deals, man.
Unfortunately,
But the net, don't tell me you about to compare 500 mil to the net worth because you got to cut that in half.
Hold on, I gotta go pull up what Kobe's net worth was when he passed. What was his net worth when he passed away?
He had bread. I'm not even gonna lie. I do remember that. He had mad money.
600 million.
Yeah, he got to be up there for him. He has to be.
Yeah, 600 million.
He would have been to $1 billion by now if he never passed away.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%. He was doing so much.
So maybe the question is this: should NBA players be making $500 million?
I don't think a lot of
not if they don't play.
If
business is booming,
no. Yes, Fluent. Yes, because realistically, the players are getting underpaid based off what they bring to the table.
Exactly.
Are those three guys worth super max?
Yes, because of the money they generate. Tom, you're generating more money than what you're getting paid. Yes,
I agree with everything you're saying. I would take it too. I'm saying, are those three guys worth being the first one?
LaMelo's the face of a franchise. They have to look at how much money he generates for the organization.
Yeah.
Him. His uniform sales, all of that stuff. Yes.
Who do you think selling those tickets? It's not Charlotte, it's LaMelo.
Let me tell you this too. I went to one NBA game in my entire life, and it was I think about maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, one NBA game. One. And you want to know what game it was? It was the Charlotte Hornets versus the San Antonio Spurs. And let me tell you, the only reason I went to Charlotte was because my college was in the Big South Championship down in Charlotte. So I was like, all right, bet we're gonna go see, you know what I'm saying, see what's popping with LaMelo. This was back when Isaiah Thomas was there on a 10-day contract. So we got to see Isaiah Thomas on like day 9. But whatever. Keldon Johnson was the highlight of the San Antonio Spurs. But my boys, we sitting there saying, okay, why would we go to a Charlotte game? LaMelo's there. We might see the baby. Who knows? LaMelo Ball is putting celebrities in seats courtside, whether they be from Charlotte or whatever. LaMelo got the connections. I mean, it would not be shocking to me to see the Charlotte Hornets come time say, I go on Instagram and see that they're paying LaMelo Ball $500 million. It wouldn't be shocking to me.
I'm at a lot of games. We get good seats. That dude is worth $500 million.
Stop playing with him like he's not the best ball brother.
You gotta understand it like this too. Like it's mainly about honestly, majority of people don't need that.
We went to that game too.
Majority of people don't even need that much money, right?
Oh, Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're exactly.
My son loves LaMelo Ball, so he's like.
Go ahead, Hailey.
The demand and the money and like inflation in general, like you're worth what people are going to pay you, and if that's what's the going rate is, and it is what it is. I would say Haliburton maybe not, but they're all young players. They all have a future and a ceiling that they have yet to hit. So I think it's I think that's just what it is, even if we don't see it fair. You know,
I can't just let these owners eat. You feel me? And keep all their money. I'm the one making the money. Like, what you?
That's fair.
Like,
talk to him, Doug. Talk to him, Doug.
Give me some. Like, that's the only defense where I talk like in terms of like athletes getting paid. Because I actually had a conversation. I was like, bro, majority of people don't even need money like this. Take a pay cut and win chips. But if you come in with me with the argument about, nah, these owners shouldn't be taking advantage of these players' talents, and they need to get their bottom line. Yeah, I support that 1,000%.
Yeah, no, and I'll say two things to that. Because once upon a time, when Jordan got paid his first $30 million contract, which I would want to say was about 110% of the salary cap, they asked Jerry Reinsdorf, "Is he worth $30 million?" And he laughed and said, "Well, yeah, because I make $30 billion from him, so it's okay." And I went, "All right, fair. Now I'm not going to make that argument anymore." Number two, I don't know if you guys heard this, and I'm not saying this is the responsibility to do this, but did you hear what Jaylen Brown said after he signed his contract?
I still can't go left.
That's a funny thing, actually. That's hilarious.
No, the part where he said he's going to invest some of that money, being that biggest contract in NBA history, back into Boston and create like a Black Wall Street to try and create that separation in the wealth gap, to kind of try and close it by creating businesses for minorities and stuff. And I was like, dude, yeah, that good for him. Take that money out of those billionaire owners who don't need it as much and put it back into the community. So that I just wanted to point out because I saw that again today and I wanted to say it. But all right, if it's the case, keep the money out of the billionaire owners, Dub, then okay, I'm with you.
100%. Like, come on, they're making mad bread, bro.
I do have a question though, and then we'll wrap up. But
not all of them, because just so you know, LeBron James has a higher net worth than his owner, Jeannie Buss. which is just
Yeah, that is true.
He
That's a
busts
good
his
point.
nuts
Right.
into the Lakers
Wait,
organization.
who are the top
man.
5 rich, like most wealthy NBA players? Steph, LeBron,
current or all time.
currently like in the league playing.
It's LeBron at $1 billion, and then everybody else is way low.
Yeah, it's probably Steph that's next, but then
Yeah, Steph
Yeah.
close.
Steph.
He ain't
I
there.
would
Russ is up
assume-
there, right? Or no?
Nah, I would
don't know why.
assume
Russ.
like Kyrie. I would assume like PG, maybe because of the shoes, because a lot of people buy their shoes.
Yeah, that's
Their
actually
shoes
a
are
really
fire.
good point.
So
Like
I
that.
would assume.
What, you didn't buy Big Baller brand shoes? No.
Get the
Hell
hell out of
no.
here,
Big
bro.
baller.
Mm-mm.
Lonzo Ball ain't even bought them shit. Stop playing.
KD's up there probably too. Steph's up there.
Does KD do a lot of endorsements?
He does Nike.
KD did Nike. He sold shoes.
Yeah.
A bunch of people had
KDs
his
are
fucking
big, yeah.
shoes.
Okay.
For sure.
Bro, when I was in seventh grade, everybody had a pair of KDs.
Yeah,
you see it in the
KD's
hall.
right. Yeah,
You would see it in the hall. Same
So-
pair.
Active players, some of them are going to surprise you, but not so active. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, James Harden, Russell Westbrook,
Okay.
Chris Paul, Giannis, Dame. So
Yeah, Dame is up there.
Carmelo. I don't know if you call it Carmelo because he's kind of retired. So yeah, okay. So who you guys said? Who you guys thought? I was
Yeah.
surprised James Harden and Westbrook, but okay.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, we are gonna wrap up. The Bulls show is up next on PC, so make sure to go check in there. I know NFL is on right now, but maybe you can, do a little bit of both.
It's the Lions and Packers. No one's watching that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
Ian.
I actually
know
do
you're in
want to
the
watch
chat.
that game, you asshole.
Yeah, I do
See, that's
too.
why I know you don't like football.
What's the
That's
score
crazy.
right now? What's the score? We'll do a little. We can do a little.
14-3. 14-3 The Lions are Jared
Okay.
Goff.
3, really?
Jared Goff making
Wait, the Lions are up.
the Lions
The
are up.
Lions are-
Yeah,
14-3.
they're gonna.
Yep.
I think
I'm
they're
about to. I'm about to place my bet. Hold on. I'm calling it right now. Jordan Love, come back, baby. Come on.
He
Talk
did
to
it
me.
last week. He can do it
Talk to
again.
me.
I'm not gonna lie, they're about to score again, so maybe not.
Jose, what if you send it again, we did read one of your super chats, so you keep
Who's
saying
Jose?
Jose Primo. So send it again just as a normal chat, and I'll tell you if we already read it because we read one of your super chats, but maybe one didn't come in. So we'll wait for that really quick.
Hey, Fluent, man, talk to the powers of being, get my money, man. I'm an unhappy customer over here, man. I'm an unhappy worker over here. I'm dead serious.
I'll send a message to the new CEO. I'll let him know.
Please, bro, because it's about to get real ugly if they don't.
We need the receipts, man. That's why I said to you.
Yeah, here's the receipt. The receipt's online.
Okay, let's see it. Send it. Clip
Okay,
it.
we already watched it today.
Oh,
All
you
right.
watched?
We got to jump off, Jose. I'm not seeing you send anything in, so we already
gotta
read your
jump off.
super
We got
chat.
3 minutes.
I don't know what
You got 3 damn
Haley,
minutes.
maybe if you talk to him, Haley, they'll listen to you.
He said it's cool, but I mean, we want to get to it. I think we just already read it, so
Oh, you ain't got my back, Haley?
no,
Yo, that's
I
crazy.
didn't know what you were saying.
Mm.
That's cool. That's all
Why
right.
didn't
That's
you
cool. That's
ask
what's up.
me? I thought
That's
you were
what's
talking
up.
about Jose.
He told you to get Jose's money back since you didn't read his super chat, L host.
I know. I feel bad, but we read it. But yeah, it's his name. What's the guy's name that needs to pay your ticket?
Shiloh.
Oh, I know Shiloh. I met him on some show a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
the fake
That's the dude?
Sean Porter looking cat. Yeah, but Shaq needs to pay me down because he was gassing his clown. So yeah, Shaq need to go ahead and pay his bill because that boy he ain't got it, man.
I call
Shiloh.
Shiloh.
He didn't even show up today. Like they should show y'all something. That should show y'all that he didn't even show up. He dumped the smoke today.
Any shows to call out? Any appearances you guys have going on? I know people go to Dub's World and play him in 2K. ZZ's new show, Lakerland, the best show on PC next to this one, is going to get a fire new intro. I'm sending it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and ZZ go at it every night, bro. Whoa.
Man, that show should be named
What just
Chaplain.
What
That
just
ain't no
happened,
Laker
Dub?
fans. It's them LeBron James fans over there, man. That show should be
Talk to me. Dub, talk to me. What just happened?
I
that?
was gonna pretend like I was light out arguing with you on the show.
Oh, he's trying to role play with you, Z.
But it just sounded terrible.
Have you been hearing a lot of that, Dub, that you look like you and Light Out look alike?
Oh, especially when I first came to PC. That's my brother.
Light out and lights off.
His mother, he actually told me his mother told him, yo, I think that's your brother.
Wow.
No, but she was joking. She didn't mean it like that. But she was like,
You never know, the 2000s were a crazy time.
And my dad was moving,
No.
man. And the funny thing is, we do have family out in Florida, so maybe.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
related. There you go.
Maybe he's my
Floyd,
cousin, and I don't know.
Floyd,
right,
you
guys.
remember we was on the panel a couple weeks ago, and you and Light Out were both wearing yellow.
Hello,
And
yeah,
you-
our Laker shirts.
Y'all look like SpongeBob and SpongeBob, ain't that right? Yeah.
That's absolutely correct. Yep. Everyone-
SpongeBob and his cousin Stanley, or
Everyone
whatever
was
his
calling
name.
him my son, and I did not condone that either.
Right.
That being said, it's 9
Yep.
o'clock, so since Jay isn't here, I'm going to tell you Dub's favorite line.
Take it light, but take it.
Yeah,
Bye,
they
you
like-
guys. Have a good night.